Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Dragons Not Included. Woohoo! First episode. I will be your dungeon master tonight, Kyle. This will be our homebrew campaign called Oakheart. We've been playing it for a few years, so there's a lot of stuff that has been already established and went through, and our characters are they've got a lot going on, as I'm sure you'll tell. But we do have some recap videos on our channel that will catch you right up. And yeah, I think first off, what we'd like to do is go through our characters so that you can meet who will be playing who. And we're going to start here with Liz. Who will you be playing?
I will be playing Dartha Melrook. I'm a level 7 Astral Monk.
Hi, I'm Zach. I will be playing Orin the Wanderer, a level 7 Ancestral Guardian Barbarian, who is a Tort.
Hey everybody, I'm Jacob. I will be playing Malachite, the Earth Genasi Cleric. That's all I got.
There you go.
Hello, I'm Corey. I am Sigurd, and I'm playing a half-elf storm sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Veronica. I'm playing Edme, an undead elf warlock.
Woo, good job, everyone. As you could tell, we are quite nervous. This is our first time recording-ish. We may have done a trial before that ended with a crash and error, as we are new to all this process. But we are going to go at it again and continue the campaign to our pleasure. So I'm going to have a short recap to catch you up if you do not wish to watch those videos. So if you'll please bear with me as I go through this. So, this tale takes place on a world known as Operio, a world shrouded in mystery and ruin, a world once prospering in an era of magic and technology alike, entwining the two into a magical amalgamation beyond imagination, some for good and some for evil. This society thrived under a godly leader until one day it ended. Ruin took the world as a war for survival spread like wildfire to every corner of the globe until ashes were all that remained. But now, centuries later, life lives on in a peaceful town called Oakheart, the last bastion for civilization as we know it. This town was founded by 3 elven siblings and protected by a mysterious deity named Nalan. Or so the story goes. The players grew up in Oakheart, knowing it was the last place safe in this devastated world, until they left town and realized while the world was in ruin, they were nowhere near the last alive in this harsh world. That they discovered a large system at work where they were systematically being grown and harvested like crops for a growing devil economy that trades in souls. Enraged, they tore down the ruling establishment of disguised devils in Oakheart and began a movement to resist the new world's oppressors and to reclaim the world that was once theirs. And that is our short little recap and introduction into this world. Now, we're going to move into our current recap. If you give me 1 second. I love water. Oh no. Alright. In our last session, Oswin had a vision of Noro's life, which was one of sorrow and loss. Back in the temple, you all gathered the loot and bodies of significance to you and returned home. A sermon was held for Noro, led by Orin. A funeral was had next to a tree of significance to him. As Orin was leaving, he carved into the tree no matter what, a symbol of Noro's unending love. You all went back to town, where much mourning happened, until you looked to the sky and realized a zeppelin was approaching. The militia gathered, and the party was ready for battle. However, it was a merchant by the name of Zephyrus, a tiefling who runs a trade route for some devil strongholds in Murkmire. He expressed whole strongholds are breaking off and forming factions separate from Asmodeus as war breaks out amongst devils. The party traded some goods and Zephyrus went on his way. The party set off to east to gather their hard-earned vehicles of the old world and began heading to Blightwood to return a book to Seda, as she seemed to be losing control and needed that book. The party traveled a few days to a massive 200-foot-tall, radioactive 4-legged tank and a shorter bipedal vessel out the valley. A few mutations gathered along the way. One day, as the sun was beginning to set, the players noticed a gray humanoid coming out of the tree line at the base of a nearby mountain. He spoke of horror that had taken over the mine he called home, and that he was in need of help saving what might remain of his people. A battle was fought within the group, as Edme was quite adamant about getting to Blightwood ASAP, but she conceded and the party decided to help him. Where we pick up, you all sit in a comfy log cabin interior of your magic tent. While the walls are tent, the floor is a comfy wood flooring with various animal rugs, a cozy back wall made of log and stone with a warm, crackling fireplace. Kingsley, the somewhat ghostly butler, floats in the kitchen doing dishes after Orrin's delicious cooking. The large center table is full, as both the party sits here, as well as 4 dwarf survivors who survived the mine. What do you do?
Yeah.
I stand up from the table, pushing the chair out of the way. Well, what's the problem here with your town?
So, as I was beginning to describe, my town has more recently begun venturing outside. For the longest time, generations and generations, we did not leave the mine. Entire generations lived and died in the mine. But we recently started venturing out in search of more food and resources to better sustain ourselves. On one of our recent trips to the nearby city of Bridgedale, we encountered a strange fungus that infected one of my men, and he monsters grew inside of him as a result of this fungus and basically took over the entire line and killed almost everybody other than the people you see here.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Quick question.
Yeah.
Did you taste the fungus?
Why would you taste the fungus if a monster came out of it?
I don't know if
That
that's
was-
safe to eat.
Terrible idea for food for us.
I would not recommend attempting that.
Sometimes they take the poison sacs out of some fish that we get in the lake.
Well,
Those are fun to eat.
yeah, but that's a fish, and it's a little bit different than some fungus, I think.
Valid. Also,
I don't know much about
after
it, but
not a lot of jostling, the mushroom head essentially exploded with spores, and so I'm assuming it is not isolated to a sac in the way that a fish would.
Great.
probably not edible at all.
So how fast does
Back.
this? How fast does it work?
Well, he ingested the spores as they, it exploded right in his face, and we didn't think anything of it initially because, it was a mushroom. But, that happened. We went to bed, and then he woke up in the middle of the night screaming, saying there was something inside of him. So,
Just from inhaling.
a matter of hours.
In there.
That sounds terrible.
So, let me think.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do we care about this? We're kind of in the middle of something pretty important.
It's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to
but,
do.
it can wait. Why does this
You
affect
know,
us?
that's what I was saying, but
I don't think
majority
so.
rules.
This is
pretty
on the way.
bad.
Okay, yeah, but how long is it gonna add to our time?
Like,
We're
in
here,
an
though.
hour.
It'll just be
Um,
a quick,
I will-
Dion, I
I-
have a question.
Yeah.
it'll be a
Nothing would
quick
be less than an
little
hour.
trip
So
in
it's
and out,
canon
like 2 or
that
3 hours.
we cut apart
tops.
different suits to make their big ones for the turtles. For
Yeah.
the two
Give
suits.
me 500
So that would mean that there are two
platinum
extra just like face
if
masks or fake
it lasts
face
more than
shields.
4 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
of
And we have a bag of holding, so I would assume that
So
they're in
you're
there.
saying you're not confident that this
Yeah.
will only last?
I mean,
10
I
hours?
would say you guys aren't throwing away things like that.
Can
You know
I?
what?
I would like to take one of those helmets. And
Mhm.
I'd like to put it
It'll-
on.
It'll take
And
less
with the
than
duct
4
tape, I
hours.
want to tape it to my shirt, so I have
Well,
just
we
a helmet
have to
on.
sleep first before we go in.
Okay.
Okay.
After a sleep.
Once
So that
we
I
go
don't breathe in the spores.
Once we go in.
Sure.
Yeah, we could probably do it.
Would be a good assembly skill
Is
check.
it less than 4 hours? now?
Dexterity.
Is that 4
Sure.
hours?
I think Dex
So
would be
3
fine.
hours and 59 minutes is
Okay.
okay for you.
Yup.
Okay.
Is
good
this
to
a
know.
check?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this
'Cause
like
you're trying
right
to
before
build
we
something.
leave.
Yeah. So you're kind of assembling that in the tent. What are you guys doing?
Well, we just made a bet.
We just made a bet.
Oh, what was the bet?
She bet me 500 platinum,
400.
400 platinum.
Do you?
If
I do.
if this takes longer than 4 hours to do, then I have to give her.
Wait,
If it takes 4
wait,
or
wait.
longer.
If
Well, what
That's a
about-
lot of money.
this is coming.
I rolled a
my
natural
platinum
20.
stat, she doesn't
Oh,
even have
yeah.
Would you like to look
money.
at it?
She's
And
taking
that's
from my
I
if it's
believe you.
dexterity check,
told you
it's
that.
I'd be taking
plus.
from your money too.
Is that just my
Well,
modifier? There'd be a
You're not getting
24.
any of
Yeah.
my money,
Yeah,
it's
easily. You
fine.
craft
But you
I
just
don't have
bet
anything
Beautifully.
to do- No, I don't have.
Well
anything to
structured.
do
Can
with
I make
it.
a
bet
second
more.
one
That's not true.
for that, or
with the
do I
natural
need to
20.
roll?
I
Sure,
remember
you
it
can
being
make a
the
second.
bank.
So like I
'Cause you
get
did
one
have
all
two.
fitted
Well,
up,
that's true.
and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Nobody's
okay,
touching
And then
this.
you
so
make a
that way
spare.
another one can.
Sounds
But-
just
Sounds
like
good.
something a bank would
I
say.
have a helmet.
Paired.
That's true. I can loan you out money, but you
Since-
must pay it back.
Didn't you steal that from
Oh, wait.
For sure.
That's what I thought.
That
So
sounds
you
like
better-
something a bank would do.
You better
It's
pay
just
up.
it's just borrowing in.
You want me to tell you secrets to the party or not?
Well, not really.
Okay,
I made a
fine. You're my
helmet
only friend in this group.
for
I'm not
this.
about to do that.
Okay,
You're right.
thank you.
You're right.
Okay, well,
So-
let's take a nap. No.
Yeah,
I
let's go
have-
to sleep.
I
Um,
I can
injured.
use a nap.
An
Who's
idea.
how many injured
Wait.
are there?
I made something.
Oh, oh god.
Oh, how many injured? Like of the dwarves that are there?
Yeah.
They're definitely all injured, but luckily he kind of already was kind of seeing to their wounds, so they're kind of they're just in the recovering state essentially at this
stable.
point. Yeah, they're
Everybody's
all
stable.
stable. Just
What's your brother's name?
Oh yeah, my brother's here.
he's
Agate.
asleep in
Oh,
the
Agate.
Agate. Yeah, Agate's asleep in the hammock already
Oh,
at this
okay.
point.
All right.
You
I
already
was gonna
did the
off-
whole-
Okay. All right. I was gonna offer it up.
For sure.
So you see Dartha off in a corner, and she takes the two scrap helmets that we used from the extra hazmat suits that we made for the big turtles, and I have retrofitted them to be just a helmet that you put on, and you can tape it to your shirt so that no spores get in. So, I also think that we should spend some time getting cloth together for masks or something to limit the amount of spore contact we have, at least as far as inhalation goes, because that's what we can handle.
Well,
That's
I
a
can-
good idea.
I can hold my
I mean,
breath
we
for
could
a
just-
long time,
We could
so-
just wear
I
our
don't
suits
breathe.
anyways. And
True.
I don't want to wear the full suit because these things, it seems like they slash people. So they're going to cut up our suits.
Yeah, they had big like.
They're going to cut up the whole suit.
Right, and
But
we're,
just
we're
just
spending
the
time on this.
helmet.
Why?
You're right, because we have to.
Because now
It's
you have
apparently the
a
right thing
bet.
to do, and you also have a bet, I guess.
Because we had to introduce my character.
They don't need to know that.
Who said that?
It must have been the wind.
The fourth wall.
Must have been the wind.
All
All right, yeah, well, we definitely should
So we
have
got
some
some,
scraps of
cloth?
cloth.
Yeah.
I would say.
You okay?
Yeah, I don't got any extra cloth in here, so it's not.
I don't think I have any cloth. Unless you want to see my
Um,
turtle buns.
Yeah, there's probably not
I
much
really
sitting outside of
don't
the
wanna see
mine,
your nuts, but-
apart from the
Wait,
clothes on
wait,
her back.
oh, wait, I don't make spider silk yet, do I?
Nope.
But
You
What-
can make
what about-
spiders look
not yet, not yet. But
like
what
spiders.
if it's not like an action, like an attack? Like I just like turn into my spider and I use this, and I just like use the spider ability silk, and then we use that to.
Do you have polymorph that you could like turn into a giant spider?
Nope, I just have my
Well,
spider transformation.
You don't turn into an actual spider.
I
You
kind of
turn
do.
into like
Turn into a freak.
you turn into like a hybrid humanoid
offensive.
spider monster. It's
Yeah.
mostly
That's really
flare.
messed up. That's kind of racist.
but
And
you don't actually turn into
An arachnid freaky.
arachnid.
can I do something spidery?
I think you have a spell that shoots webs, but it like goes away after like a
I
minute.
thought you didn't give me the web shooter. I
would
wanted the
probably,
spider
like,
climb and you gave me web shooter.
I mean, we could probably.
What a shit.
Yeah, like we could try to find some
Found
cloth
inside.
in the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a whole city down there.
Right.
It is.
Yeah,
Right.
that should be.
I don't
first
know why
step.
I'm helping actually. I
But
want
we need
this
to make
go
sure there's
for
no
ours
spores
now.
around it, because otherwise it'll be like infected.
a lot of
and then
money.
We'll just be breathing
You're gonna be
in
stalling.
spores.
True.
I'm
Oh
about
my
to-
God, I'm not
There's
letting you
something
stall.
I'm
cool in
about to
this
be
building.
eating these mushrooms.
I'm not letting you stall. Well, it's not gonna do anything to you if you're dead. I think.
I'm about to be forcing them down Sigurd's throat.
Why is it always me?
'Cause
I
you
need to hear
deserve
this
it.
in Sigurd's voice, so
I
I
don't
can
have a
properly
single
mock you.
platinum.
Anyway, I go into my shell.
All
Why
right.
is it always
You go into your
me?
shell.
Oh, in the hot tub.
Oh, in the hot tub. Nice.
The empty hot
The empty hot
The
tub
empty
with
hot
no
tub.
water.
Yeah.
Hey, Malachi, can
Yeah.
you make water? Like a lot of it?
I'm assuming I've used all my spell
Oh.
slots today.
Let me
You
see
probably
what I have in
have.
my bags.
Looks like
Dumping
like
all
a
the
normal
health you
fucking
can
outfit.
into your allies.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is more.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, that makes me
Water,
fart.
I mean, that's-
please.
That shit hurted.
It's not a
I did
ritual
it with my-
cast, so
Yeah,
no.
mine's insulated too. I did it with my knuckles, dude.
Wait, I don't. Wait.
Like this. Did that hurt?
Power.
We're old school here. We still use paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't use paper for your D&D games, what do you do?
True.
Not
Using
It
my
feels so
phone.
much better.
Not
It
using
feels so
paper.
much
I
better
look
to
at a
use
screen
paper.
all day long. If I look at a screen for one more second, I'm gonna fucking die.
Don't look
We
down
don't-
or to
You
your
could cuss.
left.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I have create
I'm
food and
using-
water
yeah,
prepared,
I'm
but it's not
that
a
actually
ritual
hurts my
cast.
hand.
So
I was like
no, I
straining
can't
up
make
looking at
water,
the
but
ceiling.
I can make water for you some other time.
Oh yeah, I wonder if I have anything.
Okay, I'm going to bed then. I'm
Okay.
gonna go shell.
Good night.
Oh, you know what we could do? We could just summon some lesser. We could summon some lesser demons, throw them in the cave, and just get on with our lives.
I don't think
Go
it
get
works
'em.
like that.
Yeah.
You're probably
But
like-
then you would lose 500
So-
platinum.
What are these
True.
things?
400 platinum.
These things, are they susceptible to anything?
Yes, I hit them.
Light, maybe.
Light and flame seem to
Ooh.
do
My
a
bad.
decent job.
My bad.
Was that right into the mic?
It was right into the mic. I didn't even cover it. He even told me after last week. He said you kept burping into the mic. And I was like, I will do it again, and I just did
I
it.
will. You should have said I would do it again.
I was trying
At
to
least
be-
that
I
one was a short-
apologize for
I was
my
trying to be a
mistake.
kind
It
girlfriend
will
for
happen
It
again.
will happen
Will
again.
happen again.
It
That's a
absolutely will.
promise.
I just be burping. I don't know. I'm built different.
I get it.
It'd be like that.
Hey man, barbecue nachos though, they make you burp.
Honestly, my
They
water
do.
with electrolytes makes me burp. Maybe I'm allergic to electrolytes.
Maybe.
I'm in the hot tub alone.
Alone
Yeah.
in your shell.
I'm
Is there
on-
anything anyone else would like to do this night?
Yeah. Where did we keep that spellbook thing?
Secret has it.
The
I'm
black
asking
book?
the DM.
The
Yeah.
black book.
I believe it is in Corey's bag of
It's
holding.
in my possession.
Okay, I was just wondering where it was.
It is in the bag of holding, right? With the scepter?
I don't want to do anything because
Just checking.
Oh yeah. Why would it be bad if there were hours?
No, I'm just checking.
Maybe.
Sounds like it might be bad.
Good thing that
No,
there
no,
were
Leave
no.
them out and find out.
Leave them out while we're sleeping.
what time is it?
It's late. It's probably pushing 9-ish, 9 p.m.
I don't know. I kind of feel like turning into my spider and just wandering around outside for a while.
Your
One
spider
minute
form
exactly.
lasts for like 1 minute.
You wander
What's
around for a
crazy
minute.
is-
But I think you
is
get it
how
back on a
fast
short
it
rest.
too.
Yeah,
So
but
you
I
could
was the
like.
one who reminded everyone it lasted 1 minute, which I didn't. Because everyone remembers now. Guys, it's actually 1 hour. So
Oh.
think so.
I believe you.
Ah,
I believe
okay.
you.
thank you. My biggest and only supporter.
Can warlocks get polymorph?
I don't think so.
That's a
Jacob, can
We're
warlocks
not
get
very
polymorph?
smelly.
Well, I don't think so because I'm a level 11 poly. Or,
Warlocks are
no,
half spell
I'm a
casting.
level 11 polymorph.
Clerics
No, but, like,
can.
I only have 5th level
I
spells.
think.
I only have 2
Polymorphs.
slots.
It's bard,
No.
druid,
Are
sorcerer, and
warlocks
wizard.
considered full
So
casters?
So no.
Or warlocks are considered full
Oh.
casters, right?
No.
They're not?
No.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
With 2
Really?
spell slots? No.
No, they're half
I know
they have
more than
full-
you.
They
I
have
guess you
full,
do.
full caster capabilities, but not
Yeah.
the full caster slots.
Oh,
So we round them down to a half caster.
Oh, but what
Yeah.
are they like considered
really
like
good.
in the book?
I
Full or
forgot.
half?
They're half.
Sugar babies.
They're half in the book.
Well,
Oh.
anyway.
Let me
So
look
anyway.
and get, probably one.
Do you even
So
have
just
any
start
open-
Anything anyone would like to do? Are you going for the book?
No. What am I gonna do with that? Go mad and kill all my friends?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any friends, so.
If history repeats itself.
Dartha is just going to meditate for 4 hours and then
What looks
get
like
up
far?
early just before
4.
the sunrise and do her meditations.
No.
I wonder if I have another ear infection. Maybe that's why I'm dizzy.
Could be.
They cannot get blood.
So no one, nothing.
Relax.
No, okay, they cannot.
I'm
Yeah, we can
gonna
figure that
pray
out.
to my god.
It was like
Thornic.
a minute and a half ago. Okay.
Yeah, but Kyle looked it up.
Nothing special.
Make
Just
Make a religion check.
religion
As
check.
long as you don't have something in
Are there any
it.
trees
at me.
outside?
Yeah.
Are there like a bunch of trees
Because Jordan-
outside?
Yeah, you're in like
You
a
know-
forest.
You know what's
Okay.
crazy is like I
Um,
saw the picture of this thing not
you said
It's gonna
fire.
be
I know, I look hot,
12.
right?
So
compared to this.
can I go out and I can forage?
You're like,
I want to
whoa,
forage
Kyle's
like
right there.
As a
dead
cleric.
pine needles
I have a
and
minus one.
leaves and like
It's
sap
okay.
and make little balls of
Secret
like
dies.
dead leaves and sap.
Make a survival check.
I don't think I'm good at those.
I have Arcana. though.
Just like
Wow.
do it in front of the microphone.
Mm,
What was your religion check?
I'll just
11.
verbally every time you choose.
11.
God.
So you just do a simple prayer to Tharnak,
Yeah.
the god of stone and forge.
Mhm.
It's not loud enough.
Like he never replies or necessarily has directly talked to you, but you felt his presence. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, his presence is kind of winding right now, and he is not. You don't feel it as closely.
so 15 plus 3, making it an 18.
18. Yeah, you definitely find tons of like
How many
dried
do
up
I
pine
make?
cones and. So what are you trying to make exactly?
So I'm trying to make something like the size of an egg
Mhm.
that's just like
Very flammable.
very flammable little ball that'll stay lit for a while. So dead leaves,
Yeah.
sap.
Let's say you make probably a good. Let's leave it to the dice, shall we? Ooh. You make 6 bundles that you could probably light on fire and throw.
DM.
Yeah.
When can I get a familiar?
Do you have the capacity right now?
It says I have voice of Chainmaster. I can communicate telepathically with my familiar.
Then you should be able to summon it on a long or short
Do you
rest.
ever
Are you
just never,
active in
like-
chain?
No, yeah, no. Wait, why do I have voice of the Chainmaster? Where's Pact of the Chain? Oh yeah, down here. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should have find familiar.
You can summon your familiar.
Okay, that's what I want to
I
do.
think
when
we
I'm
discussed
sleeping.
it. Okay.
So in the morning I hand them out so everyone gets
Well,
one.
before the morning comes, while you are out there, actually, you're kind of out in the woods. Just give me a second.
Oh, I wouldn't go out night. I would.
Oh,
I
you're
was gonna-
going in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning, because I wake up before everyone else,
Fair.
Okay.
and I know these attack at night. That was already
True.
discussed.
True. you
So-
would know that.
I'm not gonna go out at night.
All right. Well, then in that
I
case,
don't have it.
while you are meditating,
Oh, okay.
you hear woo woo woo, and everyone's asleep around you except for Edme, who's sitting at the table, just kind of looking out the door.
Like,
That's how someone sleeps.
Edme, do you see anything out there?
No.
Are you looking out there?
Yes.
Woo woo.
Is she looking?
It just sounds like an owl. Woo.
I'm looking.
Are you looking? Make a perception check.
You want me to die?
But it's like you notice the owl and now you can't unnotice it, and you're like, and it's like disturbing your meditation.
8.
8. You look out there, it is dark.
That's what.
You don't see much. You see a little bit of forest. You see the kind of smoldering embers of the campfire that was out there before.
I'm really trying to like go into it. I'm really trying. I'm like, you can almost hear like a deep hum vibration of me trying to get back into my meditation.
Okay. Make a.
Make a ignoring check.
Make an
Yeah.
ignorance check.
Make just a
Religion.
wisdom saving throw.
That shouldn't be too bad.
Wisdom is like one of your stats.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the stats.
It's one of my stats,
What
except
about-
for when I roll a natural 1.
Ooh.
Do you want to know what it would be without that?
Yeah.
I don't.
It'd be a 4.
Ooh. Well, with the natural 1, it is disrupting your meditation. Everyone else is kind of sleeping through it. And you, like, faintly hear an owl. Like, you hear the owl, but for whatever reason, it is getting to you.
I'm just watching you just lose it. It's like,
I am like silently losing it. I am like
Yeah.
silent dad angry.
Silent tantrum.
and I'm over here like, someone needs a nap.
I go out there. I like
Alright.
get up swiftly and silently,
It's
and
definitely a
I
skinwalker.
march. I march,
You march.
and I'm ready. I'm ready to punch that thing.
All right, so you're
so
out
hard.
there, kind of arms up.
I like
You
march.
you got night vision, right?
Yes,
The owl-
and I
Dark
like
vision.
peer out of there, and I look. And I look in the cabin.
Make a perception check.
The canopy. That's not very good, but it's a 10.
10.
Yes, it's a 4 + 6.
It sounds a little bit further into the woods. You can't quite see it.
Yeah, go
You know what you
deeper in
should
those
do?
woods.
I take
Follow
out my
the
gun.
noise!
You gotta
Um,
wait. You gotta go. Hello.
I take out
anyone there?
my gun.
You take out your gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh
Which one,
shit!
the
I
AR?
forgot you were strapped.
the AR, and I'm gonna fire a warning shot in the general direction.
The owl.
I'm just gonna shoot once.
Yeah,
This
you
noise
all
is pissing me off.
wake up to a gunshot because that is very loud.
What the-
Whoa! You all wake up to this,
What the
and she's
fuck
just
is
kind of
this?
standing in the tent door,
But-
like
Does the noise go away?
you sit there for a minute, and you don't hear any whoos.
What was that for, Darth?
I come running out with my ball. What
I
is it?
take a breath and I'm like, it's fine now, and I go back.
Okay.
And I immediately sit in my same spot, and I resume my meditation.
As you like come back, I was gonna be like, what was that for, Dartha? You woke us all up.
There was a fucking owl, Sigurd. I couldn't meditate.
Well, why don't you just ignore it like the rest of us were doing?
I could not.
That sounds
And you're
like
still
a
feeling like
problem.
kind of ill from your day of like traveling because
Mhm.
you took a lot of poison damage along the way, like radiation damage.
Oh,
And so you guys are still feeling just kind of like blah. And so this is especially irritating, and it is annoying as
was
hell.
it hooting again?
It was hooting again.
Do we? Can I try? Do I hear?
You
it?
hear it. You do hear a
I'm gonna
very
take a look.
far away.
I'll take a look. Outside. Let me take a look, see if I can deal with it, and I pull out my binoculars as I walk
I
outside.
don't.
All right, you pull out your binoculars, which have no night vision,
Clearly, you didn't. dig
and you
this
look
in.
out in the dark,
Clearly.
and you see dark.
I see I think like 60 feet of dark vision and nothing else after.
Okay, yeah.
Like, no, our eyes don't glow unless you have like a light. I look for a stick on the ground.
Okay, easy enough. You definitely find a stick.
I cast light on it, and I turn around and I poke my head in the tent.
Lumi.
Orin, I need you to, are you back inside?
I was outside.
Yeah.
Oh, you're outside still? Okay, I'm gonna hand you the stick. Orin, I want you to throw the stick as hard as you can towards the sound of the owl. Thank you.
Do you want me to just go in there?
No, I don't think that's a good idea. What if it's something dangerous?
I bet I could outrun it.
I guess that's true.
I'll just go.
Okay, I'll keep a watch on you.
I'm
Actually,
gonna-
put it on
Can
my
you make a
wall
wisdom
instead.
saving throw
good
for me,
idea.
Dartha?
I'll give him. I'll cast a light on his wall. You know what? I'm gonna come with you. I don't trust you.
A wisdom saving throw?
I'm
That's
gonna
gonna be an
stand,
18.
I'm gonna
15
come
plus 3.
outside of the tent
Okay.
and just stand outside of the tent and watch them, but I'm not going.
You kind of are you just kind of sitting there trying to meditate through it
I'm
while
trying to
they're all
meditate,
fucking.
but at this point, I think I have like pillow over my head, and I'm like angry. I'm like in the fetal position, like angry, trying to sleep at this point. I'm like, you know what? This is
Gotcha.
it.
I guess let's go check it out.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
and Sigrid are walking through the woods.
I'm pulling
towards the
out
owl,
my AR like.
and I have my maul with light.
Yeah. And
Attachment.
I am outside of the tent watching them, but I'm staying like at the door for the tent.
I'm
For
still
sure.
in a tent minding my business.
So you guys go out there.
Right
Walk
for me.
slowly and
Make-
stealthfully.
make a perception check or stealth checks and perception checks
I would like
to follow the sound of the owl. And what were you doing, Edme?
I'm literally just chilling in the tent.
Just being chilling.
pretty cheeks. I'm not
Chilling.
gonna hold you,
Very nice.
unfortunately.
My perception.
Yeah.
What do you want first?
Stealth.
Stealth is a 10.
I thought you
Okay.
would be good, but then you rolled that one.
My stealth is an 11.
An 11. Okay.
Damn, look at it.
Damn, very stealthy.
And my
Just you,
perception is a 6.
you can hear them walking out into the woods, just
Yeah.
the sticks
Sorry, a
being
5.
broken under their steps. And that was your perception. What was your perception?
17.
17.
Thank
I'm
God
rolling
you
good
can
shit
see.
today.
You go out there unstealthily, really breaking all the sticks along the way,
No, 'cause you
kind of
said
with
mine,
the
'cause, like, when
light
we
on the
both
stick.
did each other.
And on your maul. Then you make your way out there, and eventually, pushing maybe 100, maybe 200 feet out, you come across kind of a normal tree, and sitting on the branch is just like a nice, beautiful brown owl with big eyes, just kind of looking down at you.
Aw.
Hello, Mr. Owl.
How
Can
many
you speak to
licks does it
animals
take to
being,
get
like,
to the center of a Tootsie
The
Pop?
one with nature and all that.
No, but I don't know. I could try something.
Okay.
Oh, wait. How close am I to the owl?
Probably like 50 feet. It's probably pretty tall tree. It's up there on a pretty tall branch, kind of looking down at you.
You
Ooh.
know what? I'm gonna
Does
try
that
and
work
climb
with
the tree a
animals?
little bit.
Okay, make an athletics
The
check.
owl's like,
Does haste? No, that would be dexterity. That gives you advantage on.
Athletics check.
Yeah,
22.
22.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely start climbing that tree, and you're getting pretty close, and you see the owl just kind of looking at you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
You just try to get like service level thoughts.
Yeah.
So you scan over this owl's brain, and it's just
head empty.
looking for mice, looking for something to eat. It's kind of just like scouring the ground, but there's something weird going on inside the owl's brain. You feel like this secondary presence within, like you can't understand what this second thing is, but you can feel it there.
I guess I'll try to delve deeper.
All right. So what is that? A wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I think we decided it's a DC 9. Well, if it's wisdom, I think it would be hot. Oh no, it would be 9 because I'm technically
Okay.
not proficient in it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Actually, this would be.
That little bird.
So you push deeper, and you're pushing, and the secondary force is pushing back. There's a resistance. Like you could tell that they're onto you for a second, and they push back. And for a second, you hear this kind of old matronly voice, this older woman, just say "shrouded," and then it pushes you back, and you're kind of like pushed back almost slightly on the tree, and then the owl.
No, wait, I was gonna
Should
give
I,
you a piece
should
of
I check it out?
Back at the tent, as you're covering your ears with this pillow, you begin to hear whispers coming from all around the tent.
It's your turn now! It's your turn
No.
Suffer.
You're kind of there
Can
covering,
I-
and you're hearing these
Does
whispers.
it sound like
and
Noro?
you don't hear Nora.
No, been dead.
Do you try to listen in on it? Are you trying to ignore it? What do you?
After what they went through, I think I'm gonna try to like push this out of my mind.
All right, make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, this whispering sounds terrifying.
Oh, I don't know if this is gonna be good. It's a 12 plus 3, so that's a 15.
15.
No, I just came up with a great idea for a character.
You're trying to resist, and you got your eyes closed. You're trying to zone it out, and you kind of open your eyes.
Is this advantage on like save versus like charm? Does this count
This
as
is not a charm.
Okay.
No.
And
And
it's
you-
not magical sleep.
No. You open your eyes for a second, and everything is now in like a hueish of purple. You look at everything, and kind of like coming off of the table, it's like this small trail of like a purple powder just kind of floating. Like everything is kind of in this purple, and you're looking at Edme, and it's like her flesh is becoming translucent, and you can almost see like her vascular system, her bones, her lungs, her brain, and then suddenly it just kind of focuses in on the brain, and all you can see is just like this floating brain with the stem cell going down, and then that kind of wipes away, and you just see this white orb kind of floating where Edme was sitting. And you kind of look around to where everyone else was sitting, and you just see these white orbs, and everything around starts to disappear and fade away until you're surrounded with like this purple color with these white orbs starting to look like a starscape. And then you hear this older womanly voice, "Not yet," and you're pulled out, and the whispers stop. What do you do?
You good over there?
I think I'm just tired.
Yeah, you definitely seem like you need a nap.
Edme, I'm not going to take advice from you. You're just stating the obvious right now, and that's the only reason I'm going to follow it.
Okay.
So you guys eventually start coming back, I assume. Where were you? Are you just
I
like...
was just standing outside the town watching them.
Yeah.
The problem's gone, but also there might be a bigger problem.
What do you mean? It was just an owl, though.
Well, I tried to see if I could see what it was thinking, and there was more.
I forgot you.
There was
said.
more than just owl in there.
What do you mean by more than just owl?
I heard an old woman.
An old hag?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh God.
It sounded like she said shrouded,
Like
and then the owl flew off.
like the shackled king who was in the shroud. That's something I know. I don't know. Maybe it's
I don't
maybe
know
it's
anything
similar.
about that. Maybe.
Maybe it's similar.
Well, hopefully,
Can
I don't
cast
feel
Find
anything.
Familiar?
Yeah.
Maybe, hopefully, everyone else is okay.
So, You cast
I
find.
didn't
Is there,
know
can you check if there's components to that? I think there is.
I'm sure they're all fine.
Do you do
I
all
didn't
spell
notice
components or
anything.
just ones worth value? Or like
Just one's worth value.
Unless you don't have a focus.
Let me pull
Do
it
you
up.
have a focus anything?
Question about the whispers. Was it
Yeah,
any
your
sort of
mom.
language that I knew, or did it seem like arcane?
There
in
was
a way,
language
or
in there
like-
that you understood, but there was just so much.
Was it multiple voices, multiple layers?
Multiple voices, multiple, and different like accents, different cadences, different speeds. It was a real mashup.
Yeah, just like standing in a crowd.
Yeah,
10 gold pieces
a
worth.
very diverse crowd.
My bad.
Definitely ominous.
Yes. What was that?
That's okay. 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire.
A lot of charcoal.
There's a lot of
I
charcoal.
have to
Can I
hit
just
up,
use the 10 gold pieces and say that I got it?
Mm-mm.
I'll have to hit up a town.
You'll have to hit up a town or Zephyrus or.
Maybe a blade would.
Zephyrus? I don't want to talk to Zephyrus. It's weird trying to make us eat people.
Well, to be
tries
fair,
to- he
you've
tries
had
to
this
get us
spell.
to
You've
smoke
had this spell
cigarettes.
for a little while now. What creature are you picking for your?
I want something. I
The
want like.
closet.
Warlocks have an extended list.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to look at the list.
I think
Okay.
the imp was my favorite. The imp is good.
Are you allowing the Volo list too?
Yeah, I think we were discussing
Jermaine.
doing a small spider thing, right?
Maybe.
But I don't know what spider would be.
Like a phase spider.
There's
Oh,
phase
Yeah.
spiders.
No,
Yeah.
phase spider.
Oh, I thought you said fade.
Me too. I was like, oh.
Obviously,
Probably
I mean,
is
I'm
phase
sure there
spiders.
are
well,
phase spiders.
yeah, there are phase spiders, but you don't want to see.
I think phase spiders are a bit too big. I guess we could just.
Do like a baby phase spider.
The phase spider hatched.
The only place I can find it is
We've all played
on
Baldur's Gate, we
D&D
know what
Beyond
we're talking
in
about.
the forum for the Pact of the Chain pets list. I should do a crab.
I'll let you do. Here.
I kind of want to do spider. 'Cause then I
Hey,
can-
what's the challenge rating of the max you can do? What was the challenge rating of a
There's
quasit?
an approved list,
Oh.
and then the regular warlock one is a quasit, an imp, and a fairy dragon.
Yes, imp, Switter dragon, closet, or spray, or the base ones.
or a spray.
Yeah,
I don't want those guys. I want the spider, I think.
Okay, I'll let you have this guy. I'll send it to you.
Me?
You want a Snapchat?
Yeah. Send me that.
Oh, I think
It-
I found the extended.
Maybe not this guy. This guy seems a little overpowered now that I'm looking at it.
It's too late. You already sent it to me.
No.
Yes.
Just make him size small.
Can you like?
I just sent her like a cavern spider. It has like 14 AC, 22 hit points. Does like a D8.
Oh yeah.
That seems.
Yeah, I mean
Sure.
compared to
Spider
like
like
the
punch.
it's about
Ow.
the same.
Yeah, it's size large. We'll just make that size small.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like a very fucking powerful
For
smaller.
only having like 22 HP and 14 AC, that was a large spider for like such a weak thing.
Yeah.
Hand it over. Your
Imagine me turning into my
Well,
spider.
I'm going to walk
was-
back into the tent.
All right.
Oh yeah,
The
I'll
owl's
follow them.
gone, Dartha.
Did you
I
see
heard.
this?
Thank you.
Are you good?
Oh.
I think I'm just tired. I'm gonna actually go to bed.
Yeah, maybe you should
I'm gonna go to bed now.
I'm gonna read Dartha's surface thoughts as I'm walking by.
What are your surface thoughts?
I'm very stressed and I'm hoping that vision was just like paranoia, but the whispering definitely got to me more than anything.
Yeah.
And then like the old lady just cutting through like not yet. I'm like, when is it yet? When is yet?
What is it?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't do anything else. I just
All right. Everyone else just
walk to
goes
my
back to
toilet.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A nice long rest is had for all of you, except maybe Dartha.
And
But you do complete your rest and your meditation. And you all wake up in the morning. You're probably going to have Oren's leftovers for breakfast, I assume.
Oh yeah.
Whatever those leftovers are.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yep. So you all have a delicious leftover meal prepared by Kingsley and Oren, sitting at the table with the dwarves. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
I would like to start the timer.
I would like to grab.
If
Well,
we're
that
gonna-
timer doesn't start until
if
we
we're
enter
going
the
to
game.
start-
No, you didn't
like,
say that. I said it after the
Start
long
heading
rest.
on out.
Timer
I'm
started.
getting
She
my
does have a
helmet
point
together.
already.
All right. Helmet
getting
is
it
getting
taped down?
prepared. Taped
Are you
down.
doing the I'm also going to grab a mask. I was going to.
You're gonna grab the other
There's two,
one?
right? Yeah.
So you two are masked up.
Really?
Are you guys going in hazmat
I
suits
deserve
or
it just as much
just
as you do, Miss
bare?
Captain.
You don't breathe?
I'm not a.
They have an
I'll
extra
look
hazmat
for some
suit.
cloth. I don't. Yeah. Well, like
You don't
want to
wear a whole
We
suit.
don't want to wear
Yeah.
a suit because
I'm
they
just using the
slashing.
mask. because
Okay,
of
so you
that.
put on like some
Yeah.
cloth.
Yeah.
I also got a mask on.
Yeah. I'll say yeah. Like if I have like an extra strap.
I'll state
or
the
something for
masks
my
still give
armor.
you guys like disadvantage on perception because it's
That's
still
fine.
like a shitty
That's fine.
plastic.
I don't need to. I don't need
That's
to
okay.
see
Yeah.
anyways.
As long as it's not
Alright.
disadvantage on like anything else. Perception I can handle.
I don't need
It
to
should be
see.
just perception.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cover them off. I cannot see.
I cannot see. Look it.
Okay, and then I hand out my my fire bundles, my fireballs.
Nice.
But I hand
Yeah.
one out to everyone, and then I'm gonna keep two. So, because I made 6 of them.
Yep.
What are these like pine cones?
So it's pine
Yeah.
or it's like pine seed, or I guess it would be probably pine
could-
cones if I could find them, and then pine needles and like
action of
sap.
both.
It's like a whole goopy
What?
thing,
They're
so
gonna
you can
be
light it on
action-
fire.
There could be an action to throw.
and
You
it
can
will
It'll be an
keep
action to
mine.
light and throw.
You can keep mine because I won't probably have a time for it.
I probably won't need it either,
Yeah.
given
No.
the fact that half of my spells do fire damage.
I'll just.
Oh, well, wait. Actually, yeah,
You were
I would take
bred
it
for
fire
this.
damage. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that. I would take it.
Yeah.
But-
I'll take this.
Okay. You divvy them out. I'm keeping 2.
Can you pencil me?
Corey, can you do the camera? Yes.
Your
No.
map is gone.
My map is gone.
You just moved it. There we
What?
go.
Your
Nope,
map
it's
is
there.
back.
That's not the one I wanted though.
Those books pencils already go.
That's the one that's been there.
That's the one that's been there, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Better.
No,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
been
other
there.
one was up.
No, it's the other
That
one.
one's better.
This one has been.
No.
It has been this one as far as I know.
It's
I
not.
thought it was this one,
It's
too.
not.
Last I saw was this one.
Last
That
I
was
saw was
5
this
minutes
one.
ago.
Yeah.
I
I
saw
swear
the
to
I
God.
saw the other one.
No shot.
No, I saw this one too.
Right? It's only been this one. I actually have only seen this one until.
Let's use a tiebreaker.
It's been that one.
Yeah.
Whatever this one is. Yeah,
It
it's
has
been this
not
one.
been
I
this
believe
Is
Yes,
it?
it is.
I believe you, Zach.
I'm
not going crazy.
No, you-
You're going
Crazy?
crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy fucking crazy right now.
So you
Maybe
all
you're just
gather
going Veronica
and
mode.
muster up and start heading for the mine?
Yes.
Yes.
Masked up, combed
I'm
up,
ready.
All right.
off.
mask off.
What time is it when we wake up? for
We
our
don't know.
rest?
Do we have a timekeeping device?
No,
You
but
do not.
What time of
Some
day
of
does
us
it
can
seem
probably
like?
tell the time.
The
based
sun
on
is
the
up.
sun.
It looks like it would probably be around 9 a.m. ish.
Okay.
Okay, we have to be out here by like.
Actually, you'd have to
Midday.
make a survival check for them.
Fair.
We'll have to
Fair.
get out of
Make
here
a survival
by midday, I think. Oh, that was a pretty good roll.
Fuck, I have +0, 15.
It's about 9 a.m.
Probably not. It's probably.
I did the.
Yeah. So you gauge what time of day it is, and you guys start heading towards the mine so that you can time it for your, what is it, 40 platinum bet? 400?
400 flat.
Out of Sigurd's pockets.
Yep, it's all coming out of secret.
Wow.
Oh, yours too?
You think I have 400 platinum?
I have 0.
No one here has 400 platinum. The party does not have 400
Sigurd
platinum.
does.
Pitching my platinum.
Sigurd does.
Maybe if you guys were robbing the towns that you liberated. But
Sigurd was.
Secret is embezzling.
he was taking
is
small
not-
portions, sure.
I have 495 platinum.
What?
Back at the place.
Okay.
And inside of our ship. It's inside of the ATT. So, just not on.
Good to know.
But no, I did take 1,000 in total.
That's
I have
crazy.
500
I didn't realize you guys
500.
took that much platinum. Well, you guys
Not
were loaded.
us.
This was the first
just
place.
Sigurd.
Just me.
Loaded.
I
All
got
right.
there was 200 underneath the bed, and then
Yeah.
I took 700 or 800
Out
from
of
the safe.
The
Without
town
anybody-
economy, yeah.
Yes, from the first town only.
Yeah.
And I've been riding
From
on
the
that.
town's economy.
We're riding on that for the rest of the campaign.
All right.
Malachi, lead the way.
Yeah.
They won't ever know.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I
Let's
So-
think
go.
we should go on like a speed walk kind of pace. We have to be quick or else
As long as I'm walking ahead of Sigurd.
bad news.
I mean, we're gonna be walking uphill.
Well, I'm not first in line anyways.
I don't know how much. I mean, I will lead the way, obviously, since I know where we're going. But
I'm like middle.
You guys head out following the old abandoned path that used to be to this mine. Some kind of old road, but
yeah,
not very cobbled together well. But you guys ascend. It is a scenic walk, a nice walk. The weather is kind. It is beautiful out. No high winds, clear skies, light clouds taking over. It's beautiful. And then you guys see the disturbing, mangled gate of the mine. Large structure built into the mountain. But it all comes down to this gate that is just gnarled metal post sticking out, looking like this disgusting, rusted wall of nails. Just not something you want to approach. But you see down the middle is a small door that is open, which you do recall closing that door. Yes. You all walk in.
that's
Is there
not good.
something wrong? Is there something wrong?
Isn't this where you came out of?
Yeah, but when I left, the door was closed.
I mean, maybe it was me last night. And it
Are there slashes by the door? Or does it look like it was gently pushed or like moved?
Make a
open?
perception check.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
I would like to say that I got an 18 and then an 8. So as a perception, that's going to be a 14 because it's +6.
Okay. You look, and it does look like there were on the inside of the door, since it is pushed out, there is scratches on the inside of the door.
Well, they got out.
Does appear that way.
That's unfortunate. But
That can't be good.
I doubt this was an isolated incident, given that we found these spores in Bridgedale. I wouldn't be surprised if these creatures were already out in the world.
Mhm.
Great. Just what we need. Devils and weird alien things. Whatever they are.
Well, we didn't have to stop for this, but
Did we?
But we did.
Yeah, the purple things.
shut up, God.
Could you put that just like on top of those cords so it doesn't keep falling?
That was a trauma time
Yeah.
for me, so I
Thank
forgot about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no point in wasting time out here.
I cast
All
light
right.
on Orange Mall and walk in.
I
All
cast light on my mace also.
You should shine the your blaster at the camera for the light.
So, you guys
Secret
walk
flare.
into the mine. Ooh, smoky schmo.
Not really.
The farting noises. So, you guys walk into the mine, and you see ahead of you what looks like a kind of metal grate floor with various industrial-looking walls, and ahead of you a large industrial elevator. You all recognize this as you have seen elevators like this beneath Oakheart and Wentzville, seemingly technology of the old world. But it appears to be unpowered and dark. To your right, you see stairs that ascend down.
Guess it's the stairs for us this time. No power.
You
Yeah.
guys are too used to these luxuries.
Luxury schmuxury. We
If
walk
it
the
makes you feel
stairs.
better, this elevator has not worked in 4 generations, from what I recall.
So ever.
That's quite
Ever.
long. I mean, I'm sure it worked back when the people originally lived here.
Yeah.
They had to
Probably.
build this place, so they had to get it to work.
What? I can't hear you. I'm going down the
I'm
stairs.
gonna kill
Alright. I'll still lead the way.
For sure.
I know it's kind of have an idea. Where
And
we're
what's the
going.
light situation we've got going here?
I have lights.
You have
So
one,
I guess
you have
I'll-
one.
I guess I'll be in the back. then.
All right, so you're in the back, you're in the front, and all of you are in the middle.
Yeah.
Dark vision.
But still, good to know the light situation, as there is not much light in
I
here.
was
going
born
into
in
As
the
you
dark.
guys begin descending this large kind of spiral stair that goes down a basically 100 feet wide column of just space and 100 feet tall. It is quite large. You start going down these kind of spiral staircase of metal grating, and you notice carved into the walls are just houses mined out of the stone to make as much room as possible. And this place is loaded with these houses carved into the wall. Tons of little wooden cat bridges connect them as a community was formed throughout this whole column. You kind of, it's hard to see the floor, but you can see a little bit of what looks like maybe some old torches that are still lit, or the hole in the ceiling that kind of still has some daylight coming through. You could see some kind of ramshackle wooden buildings holding the floor. But in the center, going down this whole column, is a large elevator shaft, the one that you guys had seen, that goes down the center to the floor, and you can assume beneath the floor, but it remains unpowered. Do you guys continue to descend the stairs?
Oh yeah.
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 I want to look as we're going to see if when we pass the one that I was living in, I want to look in that one.
For sure, for sure. You do. As you guys are going down, it very quickly, the stairs, the rails, the floor becomes covered in blood. You begin noticing all the doors are basically torn off the hinges and scratched and clawed and torn off. All of the rooms are dark and thrown about, tables tossed and turned, beds torn up. There's plenty of cloth if you guys want it, but some of it may be covered in blood.
We can clean it.
But you guys continue to descend until you get to the home in which you lived with your brother and his wife, hoping that maybe she's in there taking shelter. You open the broken door, claws across it, and you kind of peek in, make an investigation check to kind of look for her. What are you laughing about over there?
Show it to the camera.
Show the
You
camera.
gotta show it to the camera.
To fly.
So what'd you get?
You said investigation?
Yeah.
5.
5.
5.
Yeah, you don't see any signs of life in here. There's definitely a fight. The bed is all torn up, and it's all kind of one room. All these houses are just like a studio style.
Yeah.
But it looks like a fight happened here, but there's not a lot of blood. If any, there's like no blood.
Cool.
So that's a good sign.
No blood is good.
Yep. Means she might still be out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So you come out of there and you all begin continuing to descend the stairs. Not much happens along the way, and you eventually meet the bottom of the stairs. And as you get closer to the bottom, you definitely smell this really gross kind of decaying smell. And a strange heat, a humidity is starting to fill the chamber.
I'd like to use my sniffer to see if I can follow the.
Go ahead, make a perception check.
As he's sniffing,
7.
I did want to point out
It is everywhere.
early before, like when this whole situation was starting, we found one in our food stores that seem to be in a cocoon type thing.
Then I guess
So,
we'll check
if
it
you
out.
want to get an idea of what we're working with, it might be a good idea to look in there.
I think we should stop there then for sure.
I also, if we can, I would like to try to stop in the library.
I
Or-
love libraries. I would be happy to stop there.
All right.
All right, so where are you guys going first?
We'll go to the food stores first.
All right, you go to the food store first. It is eerie walking through this this town. I mean, it is torn to pieces. The small marketplace holding the kind of just left of the elevator that holds the center, torn apart, blood everywhere. And you guys kind of have to walk past this. And as you're walking past the marketplace and this elevator to get towards the storehouse, because they have the market near the storehouse, you do notice this very large cable that kind of runs off to the side of a wall. But you guys continue walking past and you go towards the storehouse, and you could see from the porch of this large wooden storehouse building, you could see from the porch carved into the wall not far from here is the library, essentially just across the street. And yeah, you enter the storehouse. All right. You guys go into this wooden building. It looks very patchwork, very kind of shittily put together, but it keeps the food dry, keeps it safe. And you walk in, you see various tables and chairs kind of thrown about. It is dark and cold and, well, maybe not too cold. It is a little humid and it smells pretty nasty in here. But you see the bar empty, chairs thrown to the side. It is dark, appears to be empty in here. What do you do?
I check the bar for liquor.
You make an investigation check.
I'll check the back for the body.
All right.
8.
8. You're looking. It seems they don't have a lot of liquor here. Fortunately,
In a bar?
Your people not drink, Malachi?
Well, up until very recently, we did not
just
have access to the outside and predominantly relied on clerics, such as myself, to create our food and water.
I love that none of the fog is dropping.
I know. It's so annoying. It needs to be like heavier.
You can see it in the back of your
It needs to
frame
be dense.
a little bit, but
So Sigward, you go into the back of the storehouse. You open this creaky wooden door, and you are immediately greeted by the most foul-smelling, decaying smell. It is just wafted by like this heat that kind of overtakes you.
Not gross.
Yeah, and you all immediately smell it as he opens the door. It was like opening a coffin of
Wow,
some
guys.
kind.
Secret. Why?
Well, I'm thinking the body might be back here, so I have to check it out anyways. And it fucking stinks in here.
Oh, I thought that was you.
Gross. Why would I smell like that bad? I have
Silent.
never once smelled that bad.
Silent but deadly, man.
Oh, you think I farted? No, I would have said something if I did.
anyway,
A lighter
the
gun.
body was back there.
Oh,
Sigrid.
but that's good. But it smells terrible back here.
I
I,
wonder
hold,
why.
I take a big breath in and hold my breath for 1 hour.
All right, you do so, and you go back there.
I'll follow along right behind them.
All right.
Letting him go first.
You go back there, and it's not the biggest room. It doesn't take you long to discover the large, kind of weird-looking black sack that holds the top right corner of this room. And you see, like, all this. Yeah, there's black ooze covering all over the ground, all over the walls, and it's kind of oozing onto the food. And you realize that this creature, this kind of insect-looking, maybe 2 feet long creature, is kind of laying on the ground in front of it, beaten and bruised and just practically squished.
Oh, is this the thing I'm looking for?
What's left of it? Yes.
This sucks.
This thing is disgusting looking.
And familiar looking.
Familiar. Can I think about when I've last seen something like
Make a
this?
history check.
Could I
I also
look
think
through?
about it.
Sure.
Could I look through the rest of the storeroom?
Make a investigation check.
Oh, not
I
20.
wanna-
Please investigation.
Well, you're
That's gonna be a
looking-
3.
a
So
3. You're
I'm
like, it's
mm,
familiar, but I don't know.
While we're looking around, I want to look for some dry cloth to make a mask with.
Okay. Make
Nat 20.
Not
investigation.
here.
Natural 20 history.
Spores
Yeah,
are all in
24
here.
for the
You gotta go somewhere
Yeah,
the spores aren't.
you
But
definitely
there weren't
remember
spores, like,
these
in the
things. You
bar
recall
area.
in the hotel, in the resort, you had encountered these things in the same
Something
room
covered
to
in
which
a
you had
cupboard.
destroyed the obelisk. They
That
didn't
makes
necessarily
sense.
work for the obelisk; they were just present in that room. But you recall, especially with your natural 20, that the ones there were much bigger and healthier, and just they looked more dangerous. These look very frail, weak, and like a half-assed job. They seem they're definitely like a different subspecies almost, but they're very similar.
These guys are like what we found in the hotel, but weaker and more of a pushover. Yeah, me too.
Pushover.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't think.
I got an
They
11.
look weaker.
For your investigation of you find a few like baskets of berries and then a lot of bread. That's pretty much it. Just like that's the selection is just berries and bread, and then like there might be a small spot of like dried. Actually, what was your check?
11.
Berries and bread. Berries
Well,
and
you
bread.
already started
Nope.
describing it.
Berries and bread. That's what you
Well,
find.
I'm gonna take some berries and bread.
Would you roll?
I rolled a 18 to find some clean.
You
cloth.
definitely
I cannot figure out
think-
how to draw.
you find some
Fine.
clean cloth.
All
Easy
right.
enough. Like in a closet, you find a spot where there's cloth where there's obviously no way for the
Well,
fungus to get
actually,
there.
I want to. I'm like feeling the bread and like looking at it and making sure it's not like moldy or anything.
Investigation check.
Seems fine to me.
Yeah, what'd you get?
3.
Yeah, you don't see any mold or
There's-
fungus on these.
Or
This
in,
is brush.
well,
Is there
We-
anything
we
that
have to
could be
listen to the
because I've
crunch.
been like anti-spore? Could I be like, whoa,
What the
whoa?
fuck are you doing?
Or no?
I mean, you
it's
can
like a
intercept
sponge.
if you want, yeah.
Okay, I just didn't know if that
Why is
was
the
still
bread
kosher.
is-
I'm like, Orin, there's spores nearby. Let's not eat the bread. Let's eat the bread in better light.
Oh, that's
I
probably a
would-
good idea.
I
Can
would
we-
also like to remind you that I can literally create food and water, so there's no need to
Yeah,
bring
but
the food
Then why
out
do
of
you even
here.
have
but-
bread?
But his cooking is insanely
Huh?
immaculate.
Then why do you guys even have bread? Don't you just make more clerics? I don't know how clerics are made.
Until you just make one.
It's kind of like how he devotes his
Reading
life
clerics.
to his plant god. This
Plant
goddess.
god.
Oh, so you just need more people to believe, and
Like Santa Claus.
they just get powers for that.
If you're lucky, I can.
It's not as simple as that. You have to be incredibly devoted to your god, and not everyone has that, that part of them that can connect with a god like that. But most of my people are fairly religious, but obviously we also need people to, be craftsmen and
Mm-hmm.
other things.
So you can only
So-
be a cleric.
That's a no on the bread.
Let's-
That's a no
We
on the
definitely
bread.
should not take the bread.
I have a bad feeling about that bread.
Fine, I'll make my own bread.
I can make you bread later
Your life
too.
is so hard.
Wait a second, we're wasting time. We need to keep going.
Because whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's not
Are we gonna
even
have
my goal. It's not
intermission
even my goal anyways.
Honestly, we can just.
Can we peek in the library quick?
Oh,
yes.
true.
You want a peek?
I need books.
When do you want an intermission?
We could just do that after the
Intermission
library.
after library?
Hmm?
Intermission after library.
Yeah, after library.
Okay,
Sure.
I definitely want to take a look at this in the library.
Let's
We're
to the
gonna go
library.
look at the library.
As we're like going around, do we all like hear anything, or does there
Make perception
screaming?
checks.
Oh yeah, I will make a perception.
Or is our hearing at disadvantage? With the
Well, your mask is kind of just. Is it like a whole headpiece? Like,
I'm not wearing my
describe your mask for me.
No,
though.
me and
Well,
Jared
it described to me better like the hazmat suit,
so
because I
it-
figured
it's-
it would be like a whole head thing.
Yeah, the
To be
hazmat suit
honest.
is like the full traditional like square head, like square face thing,
yeah.
and then it's also attached to this. It's like a suit
Gotcha.
with a zipper on the back
But
that you
We cut for
cut
theirs.
that
We
part
cut
off and then just
basically that.
slipped it on top.
Yeah. So then I taped it to my shirt.
Gotcha. So yeah, your hearing perception would also be at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's okay.
Well, since I'm not wearing one of those, I wouldn't be at disadvantage.
True.
But I rolled a 3.
Oh,
I got a
I
six.
rolled a 1.
14.
14.
I got a
Edme, are you
I
rolling
rolled
at
a
all?
15.
Oh, I
And a
can.
natural 20.
I was
Six
going
in
to, and then
total.
secret.
Six in total.
I'm not wearing a mask, so
Just straight roll.
perception.
Yeah.
21.
21.
You got
So you guys don't hear anything, but you're kind of listening, and you definitely hear some scurrying, claws against stone, but it's quick, it's fast, it's distant, and it's all kind of coming from the same corner of the area. And you kind of are like looking at the group, and you see Edme kind of looking at the same corner because you also hear the scurrying coming from the back end of the room. Seemingly they're in some other chamber, whatever these things are.
I'm looking in the opposite direction, like
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
just all over
I'm
the
just
place
walking
looking
in the
around.
library.
Yeah, you're going to the library all excited.
Yeah, I'm also following along, pretty excited about this library.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Because the last 2 have been destroyed.
You guys get
by
to
water.
basically 2
saucers.
double doors, which you would never think is a library because it's just like in the stone wall. You just see 2 double doors, like no windows.
Oh,
And-
I've seen this before. It opens easily, doesn't it?
You keep pushing, and you know that it's a pull door. And so he's just like pushing. You can see the hinges almost
I
breaking.
just go and I just tap on his shoulder and be like, buddy, but
You
no,
almost got it, Orin. Come on.
buddy,
One more push.
buddy, it's locked. There's a secret passcode. Let me
There's
do
a
it. All right.
passcode.
Man, you
I pull
keep
open
your
the door.
knowledge.
I
The
just
door
opens.
opens.
Quickly pull open the door
Yep.
and walk in.
It didn't seem like it was passcoded at all. Well, I hold open the door.
And you all begin going in.
Yep.
You walk
Got
into
my
this
light up.
library. It is a very modest chamber and library at best. It is maybe 2-3 shelves of books, and these books are like almost cloth with ink on it. And you know that probably like 98% of the books here were written by the people who were here. It's
Right.
just like generational details,
Reviewed.
thoughts about the outside world, like all this stuff here that's collected.
Yeah.
But you do know that on your recent like first time trip to actual Bridgedale,
Mhm.
you did collect a number of books from Bridgedale.
All right.
And so you know that stash
What are
is
those
in the
books?
back of the
What
library.
are those books about? I'm gonna go grab them. Where are they?
All right.
I'm following his ass like a
You
hawk.
follow him over.
Are there
Following
any
like a-
like display cases that have like relics of the town or something? Like something shiny for Orin to look at. Basically.
Are there picture
There
books for
would
Orin?
definitely be like a few busts of men, of dwarves, maybe one gnome. But you see probably like 4 busts back there holding kind of the backish wall.
Okay.
Because they were people of stone, so they're pretty good with their
I go over to the bust.
stonework.
Whoa, very
And-
crafty.
And right next to those busts is a table with your books on it,
All right.
because there was pretty priority books to be looked through. And you see, because you also found a device, leaned up against the table, what looks like similar to an assault rifle. Kind of leaned up there, except you see this large red canister that kind of hangs off the bottom. And a
Okay.
kind of large, kind of back muzzle piece, like, not muzzle, but stock.
Really?
Kind of a larger rifle. It's a bit heavier.
Yeah. So I go grab that
Oh,
and I
oh,
say,
oh.
you had similar devices to this, yes? Can you tell me what this is?
Yes. Well, I can't tell you a name because I don't even know the name of this one as I hold out the AR. But
As I hold.
you know, it does things and it hurts people. But that one looks like a lot bigger and harder hitting. That's about all I can tell you about it. But if you let me shoot it, I can tell you more.
Yo, nice.
Let's not shoot it in here.
Well,
Let's-
not in
yeah,
here, but
let's-
it's like we're fighting something.
Also,
Save the
I'm the captain,
experimentation
so
for
I get the
later.
biggest gun.
Whoa,
Not this again.
I have been looking for an upgrade on my.
And
weapon of
I'm
disaster.
the captain,
I do
so
not
I
care.
get the biggest
whoa,
one.
Whoa. I'm touching it first.
Mm,
As
Okay,
I touch
But your
it.
other
Alright.
books.
No, no,
Your other
also,
books.
I'm taking it.
finders keepers.
I'm
True.
going to take this.
I'm
from
fine
you.
with that actually, as long as
Um,
Sigurd doesn't get it.
I'm
One
taking it
book.
from you.
I'm keeping it.
I will be taking
Yep,
it
I-
from
the
you.
captain
I will be
gives it
taking
to you.
from
Oh boy.
We can talk about this later.
I agree. I agree.
Is there like a strap on it or something?
There is a strap
Okay,
on it.
I'll just strap it over
Yeah.
strap
Yeah.
it on myself.
So the
And-
first book is called Bridgedale, the City of Trade and Stone. The second book is called Mountain Delights, Recipes of the Crying Valley.
Recipe book. Let's go.
The third
Of
book,
course.
Chains of Magic, the Slave Societies of Old.
Okay.
And then the fourth book, The Legacy of Oakheart, Fae Sisters and the Division of Realms.
Oh,
Yo, can I read that first?
Yeah, I want the.
Because that's literally about my
Where's
whole
my
family, so it's basically my book.
Where's the book for me?
These weren't for everyone.
The magic.
Just there were some books that might be
Okay.
interested.
It's literally about my mom.
Well, do we
See
want to
that
I learned
book
about
has a
Bridgeport.
picture of food.
Okay.
I want to learn.
So are you
about...
just passing these books out?
I'm just grabbing it off the
Oh,
table.
okay.
I'm not even waiting. I'm not waiting for you. I'm grabbing and going. That's
Whoa.
I
whoa,
yoinked
whoa,
Can we
whoa,
just
hey,
take
hold
these
on,
and
hold
read them
on.
later? We got
should-
ground to
you
cover.
you lose, buddy. We're on a time
I'll
I'm
crunch.
give you
assuming
10.
you're sharing, but make
Well,
sure
yes.
that they're protected.
Absolutely.
okay,
I
never mind.
am a
Okay.
scholar.
I'm about to give
I
him
will
some
uphold
more.
this
Never mind.
book with my
Sure.
life.
All right.
I will never let even
Let's
a speck of
let's
dust
pack
get on it
anything
again.
interesting away and let's keep moving. We got ground to
I would
cover.
have to agree with that.
And
We
then
are
for
on a
now,
time
I'm just
crunch.
gonna put gun question mark.
Sure.
in my
long
inventory.
gun. Is it long?
It is long.
Long
But-
gun. I was thinking it was a rocket launcher at first.
Well-
I saw like when you said a red thing sticking out, I was like, is that a missile launcher?
And it's like a red canister hanging off the bottom.
It's
Well,
a
it's a
fucking
flamethrower!
Oh my god!
I was gonna let you guys get there, but
Boy
I'm gonna
knowledge.
pretend I don't know what it is right now, and
Yeah,
then
I
we'll
didn't
Yeah.
know what that was. I
we'll
was thinking
investigate it more later.
And then at first I was like, maybe it's a sniper rifle. But,
They
like,
immediately.
it's long.
It's a
Flamethrower!
boy
Uh,
knowledge.
like,
Boy
right.
knowledge, because I did not put that together.
Alright.
It's the caveman
I just
fire.
thought about the
Wait.
canister at the bottom. I was like,
Are
wait,
there plaques on the busts?
oh, like a name?
There would be. Yeah.
What are the names?
I'll get you those names. Give me 1 second.
That dwarf name generator.
Oh yeah, swag.
So you see
Shut the fuck up!
Are you gonna write it down?
a Talon Silver Feast.
Excuse you.
That's the first bust. It's a dwarf. And you notice the dwarves look very similar.
Okay.
Like,
That's
they look like-
racist as fuck,
like-
dude.
They look kind of family.
Okay.
And you
Oh,
do
okay.
notice that the last name stays pretty much the same for the first
I
three.
just assumed
It goes
the
Hisser
was-
Silver Feast.
Hisser?
Yeah, you had the more messed up one.
Yeah.
And then Warfan Silver Feast.
Okay.
What was I just thinking about? Oh, how badly I want to read that book.
And then the last one is a gnome. And it is Sinlin Goldfern.
Yeah, but I
And
could
you
not
know
physically
this is
read
the
in car.
present kind of leader.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
could
yeah.
still be. Who knows?
Could be.
Alright, that's all.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
Alright.
These are some very
I
handsome
don't feel good. Every
Obviously.
time I move my head too much, I feel dizzy.
people are very good.
Is there anything anyone would like to do in the library?
I want to read that book.
You want to start cracking into it right
I
now?
wanna read right now.
Just pick her up if she starts reading.
Just-
And, put her
If
on
you
her-
pick me up, I'm gonna shit on you.
It wouldn't be the first time. I worked with a horse.
Oh. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't.
All right.
Not
Well,
her.
if we want to go on intermission now, we can do our intermission right now.
Intermission.
Oh, I don't have my intermission screen, so I'm just going to
Intermish.
stop recording and start a new recording.
Hey.
Cut!
Good idea.
But
All
check
right,
the microphone.
and cut.
So, where we had left off, the party had just gone through the library and gathered numerous books from the place that was formerly your home, Stone Hollow. Probably still is, though it is quite abandoned and destroyed now as the people have been attacked the last few nights. But you're here to save what you can, and we will pick up from the library. So, you all gather your books, acquire this new weapon with a large red canister on the bottom, and you kind of look out curiously. Can everyone make a perception check for me?
Kyle, there's no music.
Good call.
I'm full of good calls.
16.
This disadvantage
15.
is kind of killing me.
Yeah.
But
15. Terrible.
perception, that's going to be a 9.
A 9. Ooh,
15.
15.
14.
14.
17.
17.
17.
Much better. Much
Would've
better.
been a 22.
So,
38.
you hear none of you hear this, but you hear the sound of, you're not sure what it is, but something falls kind of off into the town as you're kind of walking out of the library door. Like just yeah, something like you hear it hit the stone floor and kind of, and you kind of look over and you recall in that direction. That is where the temple is, the place where you would worship. And as you're kind of realizing that that's the place of worship, you remember that there is a particular book there that is of great value to anyone, to the faith of Tharnak.
So I would want to go get
That you might want to grab if you were abandoning this place.
I would want to go get that.
Yeah. What are you getting?
There's at least one more book that is of great importance to my culture and my faith, and at the temple.
Okay. Let's go then.
There might be some other things there too, maybe that might be helpful.
Yeah, I think that's a
Hey,
great idea.
could I have that recipe book?
I thought you grabbed it already. But yeah.
No, you have quick fingers.
I only grabbed my book that I wanted to read. But here you go.
Oh, I thought you said you grabbed all the books.
No, I just-
What was the book called?
I mean,
We grabbed all the books.
they're probably all in my bag.
All the books were grabbed and put in your bag.
Mountain Delights Recipes of the Crying Valley, which you would know the mountain range that you are within is called the Crying Mountains. So you can assume it's probably recipes with ingredients within this local area.
Recipes of the Crying Valley.
Valley, yeah.
Sick.
And then, Sigurd, as you're kind of walking out of the library, I assume you're quite excited about the new weapon.
No, I thought I'm letting him keep it because I thought it was
You're
a
keeping it?
sniper,
Keeping it.
but it's a flamethrower, so I'm not.
You don't know that.
Well, right. But
We-
I thought it was different.
We know it's
I thought it was different, so that's why I was excited over it. But then I realized that it wasn't what I thought it was, so I am no longer. I still think it's really cool.
Yeah,
But
but no
he's gonna
longer
keep
as
it
a
more.
static.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he's gonna keep one.
Alright.
Not that I know how to use it yet.
I can show you how to click the trigger.
It's a
About
point
it.
and click device, Malachi.
I was just gonna worry about it.
Just
when we
make
got out
an
of here.
investigation check on it for
All
me.
right.
Or like a straight intelligence.
Can I give him
Sure, you
That's
can
a
assist.
cocked.
Since you're familiar with the rifles.
good advantage?
Straight. Oh, advantage.
'Cause I'm open.
How far away is the temple?
It's probably like a 30 feet walk. It's kind of like
Nice.
carved into the wall, and then you're on here. So you just kind of have to walk down the street a little bit, and then it's there.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't look like a temple. It just looks like doors in there. But you do see windows with kind of like a. They're not glass stained, beautiful temple windows because they don't have that here. But
Shit. What was it? 14.
14.
Yeah.
You definitely get the idea that the trigger is probably what sets it off, but you're not quite entirely sure on how this thing works. It looks like there's a few parts that might need to be triggered, like a safety or something that you just haven't found yet.
I'm gonna elect to not worry about it right now.
For sure.
Just plan to figure it out later and use it later.
So
You
you,
can
you
take
kind
it
of
to
look over it
Omega
as you're
and
walking
look
over
at
there, and then you guys get to the temple doors.
Where you going?
They're torn open.
Yeah.
They're torn open.
Torn
Yes.
open.
The doors are torn open.
Oh, the
Peek.
church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of peek in, and you can see what looks like a small, modest temple with a kind of statue of Tharnak, which very much looks like a kind of dwarfish figure, very large and muscular, but more stone-esque. Like he looks almost like a mountain. And you see the statue kind of there, and then pews kind of lining the sides of these chambers, but the pews are destroyed and thrown, and just you see claw marks all over the place.
This temple is cool.
You probably what was it? Sonara.
Sonara.
Sonara. Yeah, especially with the tree and the fireflies that come down.
I'll
It's a
have to
vibe.
show you my temple sometimes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would tree.
Sure, I would enjoy seeing it.
But you do see a door to the far back right, which you know is where like a lot of the clergymen would like
Yeah.
rest, eat, and keep the storage and stuff like that.
Space.
Yeah, exactly. So you make your way across the destroyed room, kind of pushing
Yeah.
through the pews. You get to the door, and it is, you see, it is closed, but the top like corner of it is just torn off, and there's a hole into the other room.
Okay. A hole that I would think one of these things could fit through.
You would assume one probably could fit through it,
All right.
and you do smell a smelly smell, a smell of
Smell.
decay and bile.
All right. There may be a creature or two of them in this room. It's not a huge room, so there definitely won't be like a crap ton of them.
I'll keep an eye out.
Is that book of whatever we're grabbing here, is that flammable?
Yeah,
Maybe we could cast a spell and remove it.
that's a book.
Oh.
I know a lot of the people here were stonemasons, but we didn't like write on stone tablets or anything. Like we had
well,
paper.
Oh,
Can't
okay.
light the book on fire.
I guess that's true. Why should we just go in?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Weapons blazing.
Okay.
All right.
Maul out.
I'm gonna open the door and swing around and make sure that I like have my shield ready, like as I'm opening the door.
All right.
Kind
This one is a push door.
oh shit!
Oh.
I just kick it.
Compared to you remember the frustrations before of always coming to this door, because every other door in this place is basically a pull, but this one was always a push and it drove you crazy.
Yeah.
But you go to kick the door and there is resistance. Make a strength check.
Can I help?
Wait,
Sure.
what if survivors barricaded it?
Oh, we gotta get through it.
All right.
Well, shit. I didn't think about that, but I kicked
Do you
the
want
door.
to yell at them?
Well, I already kicked the door. Not that I did anything.
With advantage because I'm helping you.
How are you helping me? Are you just also kicking the door?
I'm just pushing it.
Is there any other door
that's a little
or any
bit
other
better.
way into
This seems to be like the door.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
You give it a good kick and you definitely hear the sound of like a table or desk kind of scoop back as you push against this door. A bunch of chairs kind of stumble off this desk and the door kind of pushes in. And it doesn't go all the way, but there's enough room for you to crawl in, and you as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Crawl
good.
in. Yeah.
All right. Mid.
Go in. Maul ablaze.
So I got
Maul
light on my mace. What are we seeing?
So, what
Oh,
you're
yeah,
seeing,
light on
let me
my
just
maul.
transition the music a little. So,
Transitioning to the
It's-
trauma music.
It's spooky in here.
you kick open this door and you are immediately just hit with that same kind of humid, foul smell. And you see the back wall is just dark. Like you cast this light forward and the light pushes forward and you can see the stone floor, the stone wall, and then suddenly it just kind of turns black and the light has a hard time pushing in. And you can see on the ground there's just like this black fungus kind of like crawling across the floor very slowly, barely moving at all, but you can still see it kind of lurch out ever so slightly. And
I
you see the
hate
same
that.
kind of across the walls, but you do notice in the far back of the room, there is kind of glowing there oddly through the darkness, a kind of pedestal with a book, a large tome that kind of is glowing a slight golden aura that is almost pushing off this black stuff that is trying to crawl up upon it.
I think that's what you're looking for.
That definitely is what I am here for.
Well, let's get it and get it quick, I think.
How far away is the black stuff away from the entrance?
It's probably 15 feet into the room.
Okay, so it definitely
Light
like-
extends out that way. Is the light coming from my maul like affecting it in any way?
Like, is it reeling from that light?
Yeah.
Do you?
But you do notice as your light goes in it, the darkness kind of suffocates it and
You're,
shortens it as it passes that threshold.
You're holy. Do you have any like something that does some sort of a holy damage? Because your book is holy and it's keeping the things away.
Good observation. I pick a point just at the edge of the fungus, far away from the book. Just
Okay.
kind of at the edge of the fungus where it's at, and just cast Sacred Flame on that spot.
I guess it's a dex save, right? Sacred
That's a
Flame?
great
I think it
question.
is. So it would fail. So go ahead and roll your radiant damage.
Yeah, it's a dex save.
Yeah.
Yippee!
So roll that dabblage for me.
2d8.
Whoa! That got loud.
5.
5.
Yeah.
Oh
I rolled a 1.
So you shoot your sacred flame at it, and it does hit the wall, and you watch as this stuff kind of burns away, and you can almost hear it almost scream ever so slightly to the flame as it kind of reels back, and you see a little spot of the wall kind of opened up from where the sacred flame, but it's small. It's small, and you can already see like
Well, do
like
you
it's
have,
trying to like stitch itself back together.
what other holy spells do you have?
And as you kind of shoot the sacred flame in that corner, it briefly illuminates as it goes through the darkness. And you see it lands right next to what looks like a cloak of a fellow clergyman. And you see the cloak kind of hanging covered in this black stuff. And you could just barely see what looks like a rib cage kind of just on the side of that light. And then the light disappears and you lose sight of what is on that wall.
Gross.
Oh, no.
Well, looks like they did try to barricade themselves in here.
Is there anyone who can grab that without touching any of this weird stuff and get back?
If only we had the skateboard.
The thing I was thinking. Out of character. The thing I was thinking was that I could just spam Sacred Flame and make a path for myself, and then spam it and walk back.
Might be tough. But
Yeah.
you could try it.
Well, I mean, just thinking about like action economy.
Yeah.
Like I can only fire one every 6 seconds, so it just depends on how fast.
But based on the size of the damage you did, it's not like
Okay.
you don't think
Well,
you have
because
enough.
it's like, is it like small?
Yeah, it's small.
Okay. So yeah, probably not that.
And then it rapidly like kind of regrows. So it's, but it doesn't feel like it's do you guys get close to it? Like how close do you get to this kind of biome?
There's
I'll get
definitely other spells that you can do.
10 feet.
10 feet from it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
It's-
go
Will move with you.
You notice
If it
it's
does
not like
radiant damage,
lurching towards you.
Spiritual guardians will
Towards
move
you.
with you.
Like it doesn't
And that's
necessarily
like
look like it
Wonder
wants to
Book.
grab you.
Oh, okay.
If you don't have it,
No, I do.
It's very slow
It's just
moving.
third
It's
level.
just like occasionally you'll see like
I poke it
Now's
with
the
my
time.
maul.
you kind of poke at it and it is kind of weird. It feels like there's resistance, like you're poking like a mushroom. And then you look at the very end and the mushroom almost kind of like liquefies, then solidifies, liquefies, and solidifies. And it's like doing this process at an alarming rate.
I go. I walk out of the door for a second.
Yeah, the room reeks. It is disgusting in there, and it is humid. As you're kind of standing close to this, it's just like this wall of heat coming off of you. As
Is it-
whatever this reaction that is happening, it produces a lot of heat.
is it better for me with the one time this hazmat mask is coming in hand? I'm like,
Yeah, it's definitely cutting off the smell quite a bit, for sure.
Cool. All right. Well, I
I-
guess if we don't. Okay,
don't-
First of all, does anyone have Mage Hand?
I think we could just
No.
walk on it.
I
You want me to walk on
I'll
it?
try it. I mean, I start walking to it.
Start walking towards the book. Okay.
I'll also walk towards the book.
And start walking towards the book. It's probably only like 15 feet through the stuff. There's not a ton of this, but you kind of push through.
15 feet, I'm gonna sprint.
You sprint
Grab
across.
it, sprint back.
You grab the book, and as you do, you're kind of like looking to the walls, and you do see just various clergymen kind of up in the wall, like just kind of melting into it. Their stomachs blown open, and just like these weird fungal pods kind of growing at their edge and like in their necks and crevices. And you grab the book, kind of horrified. You kind of run back to the group, and you're fine.
I don't think there are any survivors left in this place. I'm not gonna
well,
lie.
should we kill this stuff?
Well, I think we have to.
I just started
Keep
lighting my
walking
Sacred
with
Flame.
I think.
Oh,
I don't
start
think,
shooting it.
like,
I wanna-
this is the source of it.
So
I want
anyway,
to
I
take
started
out
blasting.
one of those pine cones. Do I have a match or something?
Sure. You probably would have a match on you for the cooker.
I mean, I can light torches. I have stuff to
Oh,
light
yeah.
torches, so I would have something.
True.
How
So
do
you
they
throw
work?
it out and you kind of like get a nice little roll on it. So it goes across the floor and you watch as, and it's kind of almost beautiful to watch as this ball of fire just kind of bounces through the darkness. Like it's almost like bouncing through Vanta Black. And you watch as the fire kind of, and it starts spreading across the surface of the floor and just starts crawling up the walls. And before very long, probably a good minute, this thing is starting to turn into a small inferno before your eyes as it is
We
quite
should get
flammable.
out of
Well,
here.
it's a stone room, right?
I mean,
No,
yeah.
is it?
It is a stone
It is
room.
a
It was
stone
carved
room,
into
yeah.
the.
We should get out of here.
I mean, yeah, because I don't want to be. It's basically going to be.
Listen.
Do I
turning
hear
into
the screams of
You do.
the damned?
It is.
The screams.
Make perception checks.
The
Is it
screams of
just
the
like a
damned
high pitched
focus.
hiss?
It is. It's like when you're burning a bunch of like maggots. You ever
Roll
done
a
that?
natural 20 on
I
disadvantage.
have not.
For whatever reason, that's how my dad
Nine.
handled maggots in the garbage cans. Was he would
What?
dump them, put like lighter fluid all over them, and then set them on fire, and they would just scream. It was crazy.
Have you been to therapy?
I mean, they're maggots.
I mean,
it's-
not for that, but I'm sure
if it
there's
was like,
other
if
things.
it was rats, like sure.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
but if
sounds
your
crazy.
dad does that, has done that enough for you to remember it, I'm sure there are other
Yeah.
things.
It's okay.
That sounds kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I got a 14
Oh
on
my
my
God,
perception
I would
check.
I got a 9.
14, 9.
Shit. I rolled a 15.
15?
You said 17.
Oh, we're rolling
17.
perception?
Yeah.
I disadvantage.
At disadvantage, that's going to be a. Not bad. That's 14.
14. It is kind of hard to hear outside of this temple, especially because it's so made of stone and there's a screaming, raging fire in front of you. But you do hear a lot of screaming also from the town of a similar noise, but distant. You kind of hear it coming through the broken door. And Edme, who's kind of staying back, kind of by the temple door, kind of is like, turns around and you see her looking
Yeah.
back, and she also hears this. As apparently you've upsetted something else.
Okay.
But the place is cooking, and you have retrieved your book.
Cool. I hand you the book.
All right. And this is just scripture of Tharnak.
And more.
Of Tharnak.
Oh,
I'll
and more.
send it to you.
Hey.
This guy has a whole PDF.
It's a PDF.
An
That's-
entire-
It's important.
An entire 500-page PDF on the teachings of Thardak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm gonna make this my new religion just for fun. IRL.
But what are you guys doing while I send this to him?
Well,
I'm
if
going back
I
outside.
hear
I'm looking at that weird black thing along the floor.
the cable.
Well, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow Secret around. Actually, no. I'm going to.
What?
I'm gonna watch the flames.
Check the privacy on this. So that
Oh,
I
yeah,
sure that you
I'm getting away from the flames.
I'm holding my breath.
No, I'm vulnerable.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
should be
true.
able to access that.
I need to stay away. Oh yeah, don't hit me with the flamethrower.
So you're following the cable.
I'm gonna pour it down.
You're kind of going through the town, and as you guys are going through the town, you're definitely hearing a lot of noise coming from the mine now, especially because the cable you're following goes into the mine. So you guys are getting to the wall, and you realize the cable kind of goes into the mine and then takes a left down like the first tunnel. And this mine is a very wide tunnel, and you see tons of cart tracks that go down, and these kind of large, kind of automated looking mine carts that sit here, deactivated, old and dusty. But they sit there, and this large cable kind of goes in and to the left. You
Okay.
continue following.
I think this is the right way to go.
Yeah, only one way to go, I guess. Can I see if I hear any like chittering or something?
Make a perception check.
9.
9. Not really. I mean, no. Even with a 9, yes. As you're standing in the entrance of the mine, you're hearing a lot of skittering, jittering, and you swear as you're kind of looking out in the darkness, you swear you can see something kind of run across the tunnel. But they're not engaging with you.
Guys, I hate it here.
Yeah, I'd like to get out of here fast, and not for
Well,
just the reason of these things.
should we get them together and then blow them up?
Well, maybe there's something like a source of this weird infestation down.
I think
in
we
the
have to
bottom
find our
of the
way to the
mines.
source.
Yeah, let's keep following this large black cord.
I have to agree with that.
All right.
So let's go.
So you continue following the large cable, and it's easy enough. You do notice that there are cables kind of at the top of this mine, and the walls are weirdly smooth also. It doesn't look like these mines were pickaxed. Rather, they are very finely cut. It's strange. But there's still cables and what looks like some kind of ventilation system that runs across the top of these mines. And you follow the cable, that hugs the left wall as you're going, and then you eventually come across what looks like a large metal door with a padlock on it.
You know what to do. Hey, Sigward, do that thing
step
you're
up.
good at.
You step up.
I can't knock.
All right. With just thunderously loud, correct?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
that's fine. They already know we're here. We fucking set fire to their
Yeah,
them
no,
already.
yeah.
They already know we're
They're
here.
already screaming.
So this happens, and you all kind of it hurts you because it's in a tight tunnel, so it all echoes, and so you're all like, ah, as he does this, not thinking about it, and the padlock falls
I'm
off,
used to it.
and the door opens, and you guys hear
Take off.
a cacophony of screaming through the tunnels, just
Coming towards
snarls
us?
and growls and insect chitters and claws
All right.
going against stone.
Let's get ready.
What do you guys do? You're standing in the open doorway. You kind of look inside the door, and you see it looks like a council room. Bunch of turned off monitors on the wall.
Should we go in here?
I think we have to.
Well, I've never been this way before, so I'm not sure what's in here.
I think
Oh, good. Okay, well, let's go in there anyway.
Let's go in
That,
here
that
and
was
then
my plan originally.
we can shoot them as they come in the room. Or do we want to get them all in the room and then we can?
No time to think. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
You guys pile on in the room right as you start hearing the claws coming down from each ends of the tunnel, and you guys slam the door shut.
Yeah.
I'm like
No,
bracing
yeah,
myself.
You're bracing
hearing
against
them
it.
come, then
Yeah.
You're
we're
hearing
shut
them
the
coming, and you
door.
brace against this metal door, and you close it. Make a strength check for me.
Can I help him?
Yes. Okay.
So advantage.
Yes, advantage.
Advantage, or do you want me to just roll myself?
I'll do advantage. I'll
Give you the
rage.
experience.
I'll rage for this.
Yeah.
So I have.
All right. Ooh. Not good rolls for me.
Not fantastic rolls for me either. 18.
Way better than what I got. That's pretty good, actually.
I was gonna say, why are they?
So you're kind of bracing the door, and you're feeling like a thunderous thump as it feels like as one hits and then falls back, another one just jumps in its place, and it's just this ever flowing thing for like a solid minute. You're just bracing the door as it feels like someone's just like punching it like a punching bag, and then eventually it kind of subsides, and you're all kind of staying quiet in there in this dark, dusty chamber, and then eventually the scurrying kind of scurries off, and you guys feel that
Phew. All right.
you're fine.
We have to come up with a plan. I think that we should lure them into a big area. We can take out so many just right away if we just lure them into here and then we fucking blow this place up.
Absolutely.
Or like burn a bunch.
We
And
gotta-
then we can continue.
They
We can
also-
continue down.
What if they're survivors?
Being more insectile, also, there's probably a central hive somewhere.
Go right to
Yeah,
the
maybe we should look for the hive.
Do you think we should
that's a good
sneak down
idea.
there?
I don't think sneaking is gonna matter since it seems like they seem to always know where we
They-
are.
they
Let's
seem
go
to
swarm
know.
if we attack.
But I think
Yeah, so we don't attack
we
until
might
we
not
have
be able to speak, but if we don't make any thunderous sounds, I think we should be fine for at least until we get to where we're going.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Okay, let's carry on, guys and gals.
Squidward son.
That's copyright.
No,
Yep,
Squidward
true.
son. Not my Squidward son.
All right. So the plan is
To walk forward.
walk forward. You're not going to check out this room that you just got into.
Well, yeah. I'll look around.
Yeah, we'll check out the
Right,
room.
okay, we can go now.
I guess we could check it out.
I got
What's-
an
what's
11.
around?
11.
Yeah, wait.
Oh,
do you want
perception.
perception or investigation? That changes my answer.
Investigation to kind of detail everything. A
Slap.
general perception.
Oh.
You all look. You kind of see the same thing. A wall of monitors, maybe like 12 monitors. Like 4 desks that look like different stations for something that was operated here, and then like a door on the back.
Like computer screens, like what we seen at the hotel.
Yeah,
I got a nat one.
that one.
You
gonna
want?
be-
You're just kind of worried.
I
about the
don't
door.
see shit.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on the investigation.
6.
6. You're kind of looking around. It's very
God.
dark and dusty in here. Even with your night vision, you're kind of just like,
This is stuff.
But there is a door on the back wall that is locked. 21.
Yep.
You definitely recognize these. You assume that if you were to give power to this area, that you might have access to something within the mine.
Do I see anything that looks like it would give power?
You do notice that a number of cables look like they run into that back room that is closed and locked.
Can we open the door without making a thunderous sound?
Do you have anything that makes stuff quiet?
Yeah.
You could cast that at the door central location, and then I can cast silence from outside of it. I mean, knock from outside of it.
Can you give me 10 minutes?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
What are you looking at?
My imaginary watch. It's half past a hair on my screen.
Ritual casting silence.
All right.
Around it, centered on.
So you guys wait around for 10 minutes while he
what
does
can
that.
I do during these 10 minutes in this room? I want to look at the flamethrower.
There you go. Make it an intelligence check for me.
I'm gonna take off my hazmat mask while I'm doing this so I can
Sure.
actually see.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
am going to stay up against the door still, but go into shell form.
Okay. Take a little resty rest. What is Dartha doing?
I think Dartha she's looking around and it's like she thinks she's like a forensics person on TV. She's just
Yeah.
like,
Something
what does
happened
this
here.
mean? With a 6, she's looking really
For
hard
sure.
at the wrong things.
Yes, absolutely.
She sees a paperclip and she's like, this paper.
There's an important detail here. I just know.
I got
There's a
17.
there's a red fish
17?
right in the middle of the floor.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. You figure out how this works, especially with your prior knowledge of assault rifles. You get the item card for this old flamethrower.
It was a flamethrower.
I'll give it to you after I'm done inspecting. Your ritual casting, Mr. 10 minutes.
Are you by chance taking a brief look into the book while you're in your shell?
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm still gonna go into my shell, but my head is gonna be poking out, and I have like one hand just like.
For sure. So you're kind of peeking around at it, and it appears that there's 3 very notable recipes within.
Everything else sucks. Uncommon. Mountain goat stew with valley pepper. Okay. Wild herb salad with dew petals. And crystalberry tarts. Ooh.
Yeah, I want to read it.
I'm not touching this thing. Keep that thing the fuck away. Keep that thing the fuck away from me. Keep that thing the
Let
fuck
me
away
see
from
it.
me.
Hey, roll a d20. On a 1 through a 19, it explodes.
Dealing damage to you and everybody around 10 feet of you.
If a natural one is rolled, the fuel explodes, dealing 6d6 fire to the wielder and everyone within 10 feet of them, and the flamethrower is destroyed.
And the
Well,
flamethrower
and
is
get it,
destroyed.
every time you use it, 1 through 5, it deals 2d6 fire damage to you and is unusable until you take an hour to fix it, or
Requiring 1 hour of downtime with
Yeah,
a DC of Tinker's Tools
15.
check.
Yeah. So I definitely can't. I'm definitely not touching this thing.
It's such a low chance.
You know what?
That low
I
chance
like
will
those
get me
odds.
killed. That low chance will get me killed.
I like those odds.
25% is not a
Yes.
low chance to not be able to use a weapon.
But it does
We're
decent.
just it's 1 hour like of downtime. That's not
It's
bad.
like a 15-foot cone that does what,
a
66
fire-
Right,
it's
but
a
imagine
dragon
that
breath,
happens first turn of combat.
Yeah, well, those are the odds we like to play with.
Are you gonna use it or no?
I
It
mean,
is
I'll
old.
hold on
Like,
to
you're
it.
looking at it.
I want to hold it for this.
It's
'cause
not
I want
necessarily like
I
a
want
magic item,
torch
but there's like magic
Like-
elements to it that keep it
I'm-
going
I'm-
after all these
I'll
years.
give
But
it
it
to
is
you.
old.
Because I don't think
Well,
my
okay,
fists are
that's
gonna-
why
I'm
it's
gonna
like
see about
got
his
these
ritual casting.
conditions.
He has no choice right now. I'm holding on to
I
it.
don't think that there's
Sorry, Jacob.
No, like
I
I would
wanna-
definitely, I
I
would
wanna
definitely
read
be
it.
interested in it, but right now I'm like not worried about this.
Yeah. I just want to hold it for this fight.
Yeah,
and
I'll
then
give it
I'll
to
be
you
like,
right now.
use
He's
the
ritual casting
flamethrower.
anyways.
I want to. I'm gonna use
Make
it.
sure I'm gonna make sure to be 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Just in
And
case.
we're not by each other in battle anyways.
This could be
Because I'm
funny
always
as
in the
fuck.
front and you're in the back.
Yeah, true.
So
But in this area, I don't know how much of a
Also,
choice we're
I
gonna
don't
have.
like you.
Wait,
Huh?
Were those tunnels only like 10 feet wide?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice though with how small.
Hey, you remember those tunnels were only like 10 feet
Oh, I know. That's
It'll
why.
be fine.
Yeah. Just don't roll bad. Smile.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's go gambling.
I like to gamble. I like those ads.
Yeah, they're not terrible odds, realistically. It's not that bad.
Yeah, see,
I think you'll be fine.
You, me, Han Solo. Don't
Um,
fucking tell me the odds.
But
I
you
don't want to know.
eventually get to
It's
cast
dex-based,
silence.
right?
What?
It's dex based, right?
For the
Flamethrower?
Yeah. For the saving throw, yeah.
Yeah, if you're proficient, if not, then you straight.
Yeah, and dex base.
We need to figure out how to. I need to find a gun manual or something, like a way to figure out how to use a gun proficiently, so we can get proficiency on these bad boys.
But you get to cast silence, and so I assume you cast knock while silence.
Yeah, I'll stand right outside of the zone of silence.
All right.
I'll cast knock on the door.
The door, the padlock kind of falls off, and the door opens up for you, and you see inside immediately a very large kind of generator-looking device. And you're not super knowledgeable on this technology, but you've fancied around with the manual enough to recognize that this probably produces energy. And so you kind of start fumbling around with it. Could you make a investigation check for me of this generator?
Damn.
3.
How full does this flamethrower feel?
It's full. So you have a full canister. Yeah, you're kind of looking at it, and you're having a hard time figuring it out. You do notice that there's some kind of box on the wall that is like yellow and black striped.
Ooh, I like those colors. I'll head right
And
over
it-
to that.
You look at that, and it says above it, "Caution, Arcanoflux cell."
I open it up.
You open it up, and it's locked.
Hey, man.
10 more minutes. Wait, what kind
Do
of
we
lock
want
is
to
it?
waste 10 more minutes?
It's like a padlock on there with like a key.
Like something that maybe you could break off.
Probably break it off.
Wait,
Okay.
what are the
Hey,
odds that I hit the Arcanoflux though? Is
Hey,
You don't know. You can't see inside the box. It's
Hey,
just like
Warren,
a yellow
can you come
box on
hit
the
this
wall.
Padlock
Is
off
it
for
like-
me? I need
like
it
a
open,
fire
but I don't
lock
wanna use the
box?
stealth
Yeah,
lock.
like,
like-
that they keep
Thank you.
chemicals in and shit?
Yeah.
Just
You assume
aim
it's
from the
supposed to be
side,
kept
it's
away from just
Arcanoflux,
anybody. Like
So
that's-
you know,
Yeah.
be careful.
I will recklessly attack.
No, you should be careful.
Well, it's advantage, and they're not gonna hit me. So
It just sounds like
natural 20.
Hey, yo.
nice.
Orin, kind of getting a little frustrated with the situation he finds himself in these tunnels, kind of comes over, kind of brushes you aside as you're trying to micromanage him on how to break a lock. And he kind of comes over, hardly even looking at it, just swings and just chips the lock off, and it just breaks off.
While he's
Wow.
doing
Perfectly.
that, I'm going to man the door.
Good job.
Yeah, and he immediately goes back to the door to help you
Okay.
man it.
I go back and look through my book
But
again.
it is unlocked, so you go over and you kind of pull the slide, and the yellow metal kind of slides to the side, and you see sitting in the middle a small, like maybe battery-sized container of like a kind of golden metal, and you see inside it looks like a vial of like a green fluid, very small amount.
Hey, this looks like what goes into the teleporter back at Oakheart.
It looks like it's enough for like one use.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like
Maybe-
this neon green fluid that kind of glows. As he kind of like puts it close to his face, you can see like the green light kind of going across his face as he gets it close.
Maybe this can power up whatever is in here if I can figure out how to put it in that big machine. But I didn't see anything, so maybe I have to look again.
Maybe. Go ahead and make another investigation check for me.
Yippee! Okay, 17.
17? Much better.
Yeah.
You kind of look at it and you're like, oh, it says right here, Arcanoflux. And you kind of find the spot on the generator where you would put in the cell. So you take the cell and you gently slide it into place. And you kind of follow the manual to where you see like the on switch, and you kind of flip it and you feel the generator kind of start to hum. And all these kind of weird mechanisms start turning and turning inside before you could feel just like the electricity kind of start to come alive within it. And then you start seeing blue come up behind you, the light of blue that kind of fills the chamber. And you watch as all the monitors slowly begin turning on.
Yippee!
Look at
TV!
We've
TV!
gotten power. That's awesome.
Let's try to move, whatever.
I wonder what kind of secrets we can learn.
So
Maybe there's somebody like
you guys,
like
you
here.
kind of turn towards the monitors, not super familiar with the technology and how to completely handle it, but you are learning
Where's
through
Tower
the
God when we need
right. And you are just being blasted with alerts. You know that these are bad. There's just like error codes popping up everywhere. You're seeing just all sorts of issues across the mine. You're seeing like a big 3D map pull up across like 6 of the center monitors of like the mine. And you see it's like 6 levels. And there's just like red X's just like appearing all over the mine. And you see like a number count in the bottom. And it's like just going up until it hits like 586. And then like a tag comes along by that says possible cave-ins, and then it gets sorted off to the left into like a chart of issues, and you see like the system is just like
code.
sorting shit out.
All right.
That's a lot of bad news.
But you see this happening for a minute. Do you do anything while this is happening?
This isn't new because I already
It
knew
escaped.
this happened with the big walker.
Yep, it did.
I delete system 32.
Control Alt F4.
Good.
Man, I wish we could take Omega places.
Yeah, that would be quite nice. Maybe we can ask her if she has a portable version.
But
Whoa.
you sit there for about a minute trying to figure out what to do, and then eventually it seems like all of the issues kind of have been had, and they compile to some degree, and you see it spell out. Well, how did I get way over here? It was 546 possible cave-ins since last report. It puts at the top one, and then under that it says oxygen lines broken and leaking, and then it kind of you see like a map showing all the oxygen lines going through and also red X's, and then the third big alert says a huge heat signature is being picked up in level 4 sector 8, and you see the 3D map kind of pops up again, and you see like this red line kind of go down the main elevator. The main elevator then kind of zoom around the labyrinth of tunnels that is the bottom level of this, and eventually it hits a spot and you see it just kind of bing, bing, and it kind of turns to like an almost infrared mode just to kind of symbolize, and you see it just glowing red all the way down the tunnel and in this large chamber.
Well, that's probably where we have to go. Does anybody have the GoPro, or did we leave that with?
Is there?
I think that's with Oswin.
Is there like a keyboard or like a?
Yeah, there's a keyboard.
And it's in like common, right?
Yep.
Help. Type the word help.
I'm gonna
Wait,
type.
try typing my name.
Why would your name do anything?
No, I was gonna see for like contaminant or what am I thinking?
Contaminants.
Yes.
Contaminants.
Or sanitize.
Oh.
If there's like a sanitize.
Cleanse.
Perhaps. So you go to the keyboard and you put like cleanse.
Like SANI. Sanitize.
You're almost there.
T. Is it popping up? Is there anything?
You put that in, and then you're kind of just like watching it sit in the bar, and then Sigurd kind of leans over and puts enter, and then it sends, and then
Like,
you
yes.
see.
I just think I blinked really hard. And
Immediately, it just says unknown command.
Damn it.
Aw,
Here, you have to
come
do
on.
this, and I type in help and hit enter on the command. I think that might work. Whenever I ask somebody for help.
It gives you a list,
Oh, it did work.
a huge list of commands that you could hardly understand or read.
Type in /help.
I don't think that.
But you, what are you looking for in this
Slash
massive list?
It's sorted alphabetically, right?
Yeah.
I want to go scroll down to the C's, see if I see a word that says
All right.
cleanse.
You start going through the C's. You
Or-
don't see.
What else could we be looking for?
Cleanse.
Maybe
Clean.
decontaminate. I'll go
Decontaminate.
to the
De-
D's. Oh yeah,
Decontaminate.
no, because there's no cleanse, so it probably wouldn't. Clean wouldn't be there because it'd be right next to it.
Yeah.
So maybe
Purge.
I'll go to the D's.
All right.
Decontaminate.
You go down to the
Purge is a
D's.
good
You
one.
don't see any decontamination.
Freeze. Go F.
F.
Freeze.
Freeze.
We want fire.
Fire. Yeah, sir.
No,
Well,
most of the commands are just like computer commands, but you do see a few areas. You see like a power section, and then you see an oxygen section.
Power.
Okay, you head over to the power,
I
and
know
then
this one, and I type. Power.
it kind of brings up a very similar format to what you had seen in the resort, where
Can
it
you
was
open
like
this
this large battery pack,
Oh yeah.
and this one shows 16 energy bars that filled up. But with the generator, you could kind of see where the energy. It was like an animation of energy coming in. and it fills up to 4 of these charges. And you see kind of up on the left, it gives an alert saying the power, like no power coming from Bridgedale. Like it says the Bridgedale power station is offline.
Oh, so Bridgedale used to be power in this place apparently. That's
Mm.
interesting. We'll have to check out there after Blakewood, I think.
We can take these parts back too.
But you do see power
I'm
assortment
definitely
even
going
more
to be
left
taking
to
the
that.
Flux when we leave. So I'm gonna turn everything off on the power. That's checked.
Okay, everything
look for
turns
the
off except the
elevator.
commander, and that stays on.
Right. Yeah. I'll look for the elevator and I'll look for lights.
All right, you do find lights. It's 2 power,
Okay.
and then the elevator is also 2 power.
Chick.
But you do also see oxygen ventilation, ore cart systems,
Broken. It said.
and then
system.
ore cart systems.
Ooh,
I'll take it to that one.
Cart.
Oh,
That
well,
one's
cart,
4
well,
power. That would take all of your power.
I guess we can always come back to the power station.
Yeah.
lights would be great because
Yeah,
they
I
don't
think
seem
light
to
would be
like
good.
light.
Yeah.
I'm thinking lights and elevator. But
What was the oxygen?
It was just like the oxygen system.
No,
You
but-
do
but
know
right
all
now-
the oxygen is like leaking.
let me turn that one on, just for like.
Well, yeah. How
A
much
few
power
minutes.
was that?
That was
4.
3 power.
Oh, 3.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
turn
So,
off.
well, we don't have.
Like,
we
well,
don't
I
have
know.
the power for all of those.
We're gonna turn off lights and elevator for now. Turn on oxygen.
Okay.
And I want to listen for a second.
Make a perception check.
I don't have my mask on yet, so. Oh, nice. 15.
15.
Yep.
Okay. You're listening, and you definitely hear what sounds like oxygen. Like you hear ventilation, all the ducts kind of being, and you hear it kind of zoom down the mines, and it's like this heavy whirling sounds, and then you just start seeing a bunch of alerts lining up on the monitors about all the oxygen leaks and pure oxygen being in the mines.
That's flammable. That you cut it.
I turn it off.
Cut it.
I wouldn't know that in character,
Cut
but
it.
Jesus Christ, turn it off.
Someone use the flamethrower now.
I turn that off.
Who wants a cigarette, guys?
And then I'll do lights and elevator.
All right, lights and elevator turns on.
Good thing it was only off for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that won't do much.
Yeah, imagine if it hit the temple.
We're all dead.
We're all dead.
TV party wipe. Oh man.
Good game, guys.
Yeah, there
At least-
appears to be
Next
something
campaign.
wrong with like the oxygen filter, and it is
Mm.
just that was a part of the big alert system. That
Oh,
is just like
okay.
dispensing oxygen.
Not anything that we can fix.
It's not like
ourselves.
mixing it into
Yeah.
a more appropriate.
Well, to the elevator, I think.
You go to the elevator.
Elevator.
We have to
Oh,
go
are
back
we
to the
are we
doorway.
not going?
The path we went last time?
No, the. Wait, you're talking about the elevator
What do you
back
mean
at the
last?
entrance?
Yeah. Hey, well, you turn the elevator on so that.
Oh
we can
well,
go
I guess
down.
it could. Okay, never
We're
mind.
going
I'm
down.
silly.
We could,
Okay.
we could continue down the cableway.
No, I got you. No,
Or-
I get it now.
We
Let's
can
go to the
down
store.
No, I get
the-
it now. I get it now.
Kill
I
it,
get it
and
now.
then we can adventure up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. True.
Good call.
That is a good idea.
So
Okay.
Beautiful.
Good push.
thank you. So you all make your way to the large elevator. You kind of go up to it. It is powered. You kind of see the blinking lights kind of flickering within as it is just like a metal gate before you. You do know, well, actually, you wouldn't see the lights because the elevator is up top. So you push the big yellow button, and it is like an analog heavy, like you really have to push that button, and then you just feel the whole thing kind of shake, and a bunch of dust and rock kind of falls down on top of you guys as you're kind of like ducking out of the way. And you can hear just this heavy industrial elevator just kind of.
I hope this thing doesn't crash and burn on the way down.
And after a while, because it is like 100 feet, it has to come down. It kind of sets right there, and then the gate rolls up. And you see there is like an ore cart on the elevator, taking up about half of it. It's a large cart.
Is there anything in it?
No, it's currently out.
Can I
I'll hop
push
in
it out?
Make
Oh, I was
a
gonna hop
strength
in
check.
it. I was gonna hop in it.
I mean, there's plenty of room for you guys to fit in the. It's a large
Oh,
elevator,
okay.
so like
Never
you all
mind.
could still fit in the other half.
We could,
It's
we
just
could
like
use it to store stuff, maybe. Keep it on the elevator, and then we can like push it
Alright.
on track.
Is
We've
this
got a
Lethal
shopping
Company?
cart.
Either company for real.
Yeah.
Have you
Um,
ever used this elevator before?
No, it's been non-operational for longer than I've been alive.
For 4 generations.
Something
Man.
like that, yeah.
We've been in here for like an hour or two.
I know.
You guys didn't look?
Well, it
Using
was
the
behind
mines.
2 locked doors. So
And the locked doors.
they couldn't unlock the doors, and
Well,
you screwed up.
I don't know about couldn't, but we never really tried.
And they've never seen that green bullshit before either, so.
That's true. They probably wouldn't have figured out what to do with it unless they had somebody really, really smart.
Anyway, I get into the cart.
You get into the ore
I
cart.
want a
It
Titanic
feels like a giant
seaward.
bathtub.
I want a Titanic seaward.
Oh, okay.
All right, you do so.
Hey, Oren, what are you doing?
You guys see
I
like
saw this in a
button
book
things
once.
on the switchboard on the left, and it's just like 5 big yellow buttons that go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right now it is glowing on 2.
4.
Well, I guess it would be 6. So you go to 4. The elevator shakes and buckles a little bit as it begins to descend back down.
What, there's no door on this thing?
No,
Just a gate.
the gate closes on
Oh,
the
okay.
other end.
It's like,
And then it goes down.
It's like the Lethal Company elevator.
I was about to say, OSHA? Hello?
I wonder if they had an.
We don't have that here.
But as the elevator kind of clears the level, it goes back into another large, like 100-foot chamber, very similar to the one above. And you kind of see like the reinforcements beneath that kind of hold it up, and you can actually like lean over the rail that is the door
I wanna
and kind
do
of look
that.
down, make a perception
Ooh,
check.
I want to do that too.
I'm also curious.
It's like looking at
And
it.
it is
11.
11.
Wow, you're going in jail, pal.
Nat 1.
Natural 1.
All right, let me see.
God
what's
damn.
this.
Did you put your helmet back on?
No, not yet.
Put your helmet back
Natural.
I'm gonna
Perception?
like stuff.
Okay, with disadvantage, an 18.
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
Thank
I
God.
rolled a natural 20 and a 12.
Thank God one
For
of us
sure.
got it.
It is an ominous feeling because this chamber is dark. There is no light in this chamber apart from the light that is coming down the elevator and the light that you provide. So it feels like you are in like a shark cage being descended into the abyss. Like you're just being dropped into the darkness, and your light illuminates just briefly out. And you're all kind of looking over the rail, and you're just kind of looking off into the darkness. And then you look off, and you do notice various ore carts scattered around in what looks like old, just like tables and setups where they were planning out mines and stuff. And you see carts full of ore. You don't really see any movement. You don't see any of the black stuff anywhere. It just looks like very old, dusty, like this place has been left alone like a tomb since this place closed down as a mine.
Or what?
What kind of ore? What does it look like?
It looks kind of, some of it looks brownish, some of it a little bit silvery.
We should bring this back to
You
silver.
don't see any gold ore.
We should
If
definitely
that's what you're
take this
looking
with
for.
us.
Would I
No.
It is
older.
large rocks, like
Mm.
large ore.
would I know like
pushing on them.
specifically what kind of ore this is?
Oh,
It looks mostly like
right.
iron, and then there's like a
It
bit of silver kind of in there. But this
It
was
hasn't been
predominantly like an
processed,
iron
though.
mine.
Gotcha.
We use the shovel.
The shovel, we can pick out the ore.
Yeah, I guess you could.
But we can do that later.
Minecraft style.
Well, we should probably do it now.
All right, so you
Nah,
guys.
dude, we're in a hurry. We got time.
We gotta
crunch.
put it. Well, we can put it into
500
the
platinum
minecart
on
that's in the elevator.
Yeah.
We can put it in the minecart that's in the elevator.
So are you guys gonna stop at this level or keep going?
Nah, never mind.
No,
All right,
No,
so
it's okay.
it keeps going to its destined
I
plan
didn't
to
realize
just.
this wasn't level 4. So
Yeah.
If we have the opportunity, we should. If
We'll come
not-
back up.
If not,
But let's kill the source.
It continues through this floor. You see it kind of goes past the anchor point, and you feel it kind of stop and shift for a second as it goes through this point, as it hasn't gone through in hundreds of years. And then eventually kind of pushes through, and you kind of go through the stone floor, and then you once again come to another large, dark chamber, going deeper into the ground. You can kind of feel the pressure in your ears kind of changing a little bit. It's getting cold. But you keep pushing down. Once again, you're kind of looking over the rails, looking down. You just see more abandoned ore material. Nothing nefarious going on here.
All right.
But this, I believe, would be level 4. That was level 3 above. And then you come down, and the thing stops. The gate lifts. And you see before you a large space full of like carts kind of in line to come into the elevator. And then you see various tunnels just holding the walls.
And I'm assuming we did a decent job of figuring out which way the map said to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably.
Somebody would. Not me, but somebody.
Well,
All right. Well,
last stop.
And you
all
do
out.
smell the smelly smell.
I put my mask back.
follow my nose.
Disadvantage on perception.
Put your mask back on and you follow your nose. Make perception checks, those who are smelling.
That smell. That smelly
alien
smell.
was
That
very
smells like a
smelly.
6!
Ooh!
Smells like a 5.
Ooh!
Disadvantage for us?
Yeah.
Let's see if I get lucky.
Ooh!
14.
14.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and a 15.
I need a dice jail.
Perception
dice
is
jail.
going to be 14.
14. Yikes. You guys, it just smells in here. It's hard pinpointing it. But you guys did see the map. So those who want to try to recall the map, please make a history check for me.
It was 4th.
Because
I
it
think
was
it's
a spiral
southeast.
through like a
23.
labyrinth. 23?
I'll make a check.
Okay.
What is it?
History. Just to
Oh,
try to
yeah.
recall.
8?
8. 4. Luckily, Sigurd has this down pat. He paid attention. He took notes.
I would have taken a picture with the GoPro if we had it.
Yeah, if only. So, following Sigurd,
That techaholic.
you guys begin pushing into the mine tunnels, into the
Oh,
darkness.
before I go out into the mine tunnels,
Yes.
while I'm in the elevator,
You begin your 1 hour. Oh,
well, real life,
yeah.
fat breathing.
Where is the heat source coming from?
The way that I'm leading us.
Yeah.
Are you
He starts leading,
Yeah.
following the way that he
Oh,
remembers the
everyone
map,
knows.
because none of you are able to
I mean,
really
you could tell
detect.
me.
Are the lights on?
The lights
down
are
here?
on,
Okay.
but
Too much work.
you kind of noticing is it like you go down the tunnel.
I am the captain right now.
It's kind of like they have a line for power that goes down the center top ceiling,
Okay.
and then attached to that are like these occasional like fluorescent like long light bulbs that kind
Are
of
they on?
illuminate.
Are they on?
They are on. Yeah.
Thank God for power.
So I'm gonna stop casting light on my mace until the
All right.
lights turn off again.
So you guys begin walking down the mine with some fresh light, and it really illuminates the walls for you. And you're realizing with the ores that the ore was cut like kind of clean, like they were almost like squares or like. And everything here is cut very clean. Like there's no pickaxe marks or like chisel. It is just very smooth.
How could they have done this? They must have had some crazy machinery. or
Well,
something.
you saw those busts.
I guess that,
These
well,
people are gods of
I
stonework.
don't think the people who were living with that made the bust made these mines.
Your people are very good with stone. I think I've said that already.
I appreciate it.
It has nothing to do with these tunnels, though,
How would you know?
because humans and other races cannot make this stuff.
Well, you're not really a knower in this situation.
In this sense.
Well, neither are you, so I don't know why you think my.
I'm
Observation
using
is
common
wrong.
sense.
We
It's
can
some
debate the
terrible common
facts.
sense.
We can debate the
Yeah, I
facts
keep
later.
walking and I'm arguing with
We're
Sigrid.
always walking and talking.
You
Yeah,
guys are
they're
talking,
I'm
going
just
down
using
the tunnel.
common sense. I'm putting
Um,
2 and 2 together.
I understand that.
It
but this
makes
is silly.
4, I think.
That
You
is
hear
correct. Good job. But
something scurry behind you guys. Kind of turn and look, and as you kind of look over your shoulders, you just see the tail end like a stinger kind of go around the corner as it goes down another tunnel. But it just slightly
that's not the
interrupts your
right
conversation.
pathway, So
For the sake
we
of
don't
my
need to
sanity,
follow
I
him.
need you two to shut up.
Well,
You're gonna have to get used to this.
yeah, I don't really care what you think. You're new here. You don't matter as much. So get in line, buddy.
Well, I wouldn't say you matter as much. I think you matter
No, I said
a
opinion.
lot.
Opinion. He does matter as a human.
Everyone's opinion matters, Sigurd.
Well, yes, correct.
Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. I forgot that you're just gonna keep arguing with me forever and
What are you
ever and
talking
ever
about?
and ever and ever
Forever and ever
and ever
and ever.
and ever.
Well, let's keep getting to this.
I continue walking.
Continue walking.
Keep going.
You guys keep going, and it is a labyrinth. Like you guys are walking for probably a good half hour And like you're just following Sigurd's lead. He's taking lefts, rights, lefts. Like he's just taking all these turns, and you're like, I have no idea where the fuck we're going. Like there are so many like zigzags and crosses and so many different intersections. But he's navigating his way, and you do feel like it is getting very warm and very smelly and humid in this area. But I need you to make one more history check for me to recall the last chunk of your way there.
Oh, good.
And you all kind of stand. The lights are definitely still on, but you could tell they are flickering a little bit more than they were towards the front end of the mine.
I got a 16, if that helps. For a history check.
It might.
I got a 4 last time.
16.
I got a 15.
15.
How did I get the best score? That's a 17.
17. You're all pretty much like, oh wait, I think I remember seeing this point on the map, and you're all kind of like going the same directions, but Darth is definitely kind of taking the lead just a little
I'm
bit.
the captain.
How
now.
wide are these tunnels?
They are.
Are they enough for 2x2 or
They
1
are.
by
They're
1
they're
only?
they're 10 feet across, so you could
How much
definitely
is
do.
your, what's your movement speed?
Oh, my movement speed is much lower
50.
than yours.
I'm brisk jogging to keep in front of you as much
Oh
as
no,
as
there's
much as
no
I
way.
have to.
There's no way.
I
I'm
will
going to
start
let you.
sprinting. I'll start
Well,
dashing.
don't
No.
leave us
No, 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 no,
behind.
it's
I
too
only
bad.
got
This is-
30.
This is a friendly competition.
I literally, I'm like, I get in front of you and I like
I'm gonna
swing
start
my arm
sprinting.
across and I'm like, hold on.
I'm just gonna keep
No.
up fast.
I know where I'm going. You do not.
I know where I'm going. I've been
And
leading
you-
us this
and
entire
going.
time.
Listen, I'm the captain for a
don't care.
reason.
Welcome to the
And
team,
my
Alex.
voice
Then you're
doesn't
part of
sound
your
like that.
captain team.
And you guys are like walking while yelling this.
yeah,
Well, probably
No,
not yelling.
I'm like
but
whisper yelling. I'm
above,
whisper yelling. Yeah.
I'm talking above average.
Okay. Okay.
do you really think it's smart to be doing that?
I don't really care. I'm on a mission,
Well,
and I know
I'm
the right way.
captain.
Captain Schmackton, I know the right way.
It's ridiculous.
You guys are pushing through, and then I need Sigurd to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
It's chill. I'm good at these. I'm good at these. Oh, I rolled a 13 on the dice. That's not bad. Okay, let me see.
Hum, 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 hum.
15.
Yep.
Okay. So, you're kind of walking through the tunnel, and you're kind of looking at Dartha to your left as you're hugging the right, and you guys are just kind of like speed walking back and forth. And you're not really paying attention to the tunnels you're walking by on your left or right. You're just kind of focused on Dartha. And as you're kind of walking by, basically you notice from out of the darkness of one of the tunnels as you go by, you just see like 4 claws lunge out of the darkness and then wrap around his back. Something jumps on your back, and you see these arms kind of lunge into your chest, stab in as the tail begins just going to town on you.
I want to run over to him and
Punch it.
Okay, make an attack roll, both of you.
reckless.
I would also.
Because you did pass the dex save, you kind of like he lunges on you, but you kind of sidestep and kind of get out of the way of his stinger before he can really get into you. But
I will also cast.
Does a
Sacred Flame.
23
Sacred
hit?
Flame, yes,
27.
27 does hit, yes.
And then he's gonna.
So
Or
you're
23. Sorry.
23, you're yanking him off. Okay, so you grab it by the tail, you yank it off, and then
Afterwards, I will hit it with Sacred Flame.
okay, which is a dex save.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Which is
throw it at the
I've got my
wall.
damage.
Which, if he pulled him off, he'd probably be grappled.
Yeah. He fails the dex save, so
Alright.
you yank him off the back of Sigurd, and then it hits the ground. You come over and you punch it square in the face as suddenly a sacred flame gets lit onto its body. By the point you punch it, 7 damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
you basically crush its head. It is frail. It is fragile. It just
Did it make a noise? Did it like even get time to like make an actual like peep? Or did we just outright murk it?
you
before
outright
it
murked it.
killed
Yeah. It didn't make a screech or anything like that. But the noise of its head being devastated, yes. You heard the scrunch of its kind of chitinous fungal body, and it is now dead on the ground. It is
Guys, that
very
was-
weak and fragile.
That was so stupid scary. But
I hit it
managed
with
to
Sacred
dodge
Flame
its
anyway.
stinger.
Again.
Burn
Die.
that shit. I don't want it making more spores.
Fair. But you guys do that.
Okay, maybe we should.
Its corpse is on the
more
ground.
comfortable all as a group together, right, guys?
You're the one
Probably.
that screwed this up.
Well, I dodged his stinger. I don't think I screwed up anything.
Anyway, Walks.
You walk.
I'm walking.
So
I
who's
walk
up front and
ahead.
who's out in the back?
I'll be up front.
You second. You're up front. All right.
Well,
She's
I'm up
first in
front.
line.
I'll be at the
So you
back.
two in front, you two in back then.
Oh shit! Whoa. Is there only 2 lines?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're doing two.
Oh yeah. Okay then.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like a square.
I'm in the back.
As you guys are walking away from this, kind of continuing down the path you recall, you two notice movement over the corner of your eye from behind you where you had just killed that thing. And you kind of peek over and you just see the shadow of something probably twice the size of the thing you had just killed kind of run by and just scoop up the corpse of that creature and just scatter off.
Oh, they're cannibals too. That's great news.
I don't know if that's great
burn it, or
news.
no, just sacred flame it
I
so
was
you just
being
radiant
sarcastic
damage.
on it.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
assuming
not
it'd be crispy after
fire,
that.
fire.
Maybe it would be
Probably.
tasty.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's like,
radiant damage, but I'm assuming it'd be crispy.
It's back on the menu, boys.
All right.
But you guys push forward. And you definitely, with your history checks, you find the way. You're kind of pushing in, and you begin to notice the walls go from stone into this disgusting black once again. Familiar to the temple that you were in before. Let me...
Yeah.
Oh, that is loud, huh?
Headphone warning.
Don't we? I have their
Any-
audio cap.
Any ear users in chat?
Ear rape.
It's a terrible day to have ears.
So, you're pushing in, and you can hear this kind of heartbeat echoing through the halls. And the walls turn black, and as you kind of push forward, you notice the lights going down the center are just bare. They just look like white beams on the ceiling because they're producing no light that actually like illuminates the space. But you could kind of see them going down as they just sit there as like a white beam. But they really provide no light in here.
I cast my
Casting light on my mace
You
again.
cast the light on your mace again, and you watch as the darkness just suffocates it to half of its capacity. As it's not magical darkness, it's just advanced darkness. This place seems to consume the light as it very much prefers the dark. And you guys begin pushing through. You could just see like occasional like clusters of those spore pods that you'd seen kind of growing at the sides of the clergymen before, kind of just sitting at random spots of the ground. And as you're kind of pushing through, you do notice people of Stone Hollow kind of pushed up and into the wall, basically decomposed at an alarmingly quick rate, as if their flesh was being turned into the wall that they are now basically part of.
Yeah. That's gross.
Get well soon.
Yeah, right. Get well soon. And all of them have exploded bellies,
Yeah.
from what you can tell.
There's things.
Maybe the fungus grows in their belly.
But-
I had said that already.
You guys begin pushing through. And then Dartha.
Don't tell me it comes back.
You're kind of getting dizzy as you're kind of walking through this tunnel. It's kind of hard to tell, and this kind of purplish hue begins to kind of fall over you ever so slightly, and you kind of look over to Orin, feeling this familiar feeling. And you see his flesh kind of disappearing and becoming translucent as once again you start focusing in on the mind, and then the mind begins to fade as all the surroundings kind of wisp away like a purple powder in the wind, just kind of float away before you're in this purple scape. The whispers begin coming back through the tunnels, and it is eerie and terrifying. What do you do in this moment as you're watching this kind of happen to you?
So he's a white dot now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're looking
Okay.
to your friends, and they're basically all kind of fading away to just these white dots.
So all of them are.
Yes.
Well, does anyone know that Orin can read thoughts or no?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone
I know
knows.
for sure.
I'm assuming we're not
Oz
seeing
wouldn't
this.
know.
You hear
He
down
doesn't
one
know.
of the tunnels as you
Well, wait,
walk
no,
by.
he doesn't know.
Dartha, please! I need you!
does it
Familiar voice of Calgan. cutting through the whispers. Dartha! Please!
Can I like think really hard? I'm like, tell me where you are.
You think really hard. And there's no reply. You just hear it in the darkness of this tunnel. You're looking down. Dartha!
This is not the first time that I've had visions of Calgon. I've had like hallucinations that have not been real. It deeply affects me. Is anyone else hearing screaming?
Are we still walking?
And
as this
whispering?
happens?
Yeah, so you all hear Dartha ask you this, and you kind of look to her. She's kind of like, you kind of stop, and you're looking down this tunnel. Because this tunnel is kind of where it's all coming from. And while you are kind of seeing this purple hue over everything, and everything is like this misty purple trail, you could still see the tunnel, though your allies around you are just these white spheres. And as you're kind of looking through the tunnel, you see what looks like maybe more white spheres down the tunnel in the darkness, just kind of sitting out there. You can't see what they are, who they are, but you see more white spheres down in the darkness, and you just hear, Dartha, please!
You know,
And you
I
all
heard-
look to her as she's just kind of like shell-shocked looking down this tunnel, and you don't hear anything.
So I'm gonna
What
be
are you
like,
talking about?
you know what? It's time to reveal yourself. I know you're here, old lady. You spoke before, and now you need to come out here. So show yourself.
What is she talking
What is going
about?
on here?
Dartha
No.
vanishes.
Go from our site?
Yes.
What? Where
Um,
did
She
go?
just disappears.
I
I'm
don't
gonna like
know.
reach. I'm gonna like reach in the spot where she was at.
You reach
Make
in the
it-
spot, and she's not there. You feel yourself get pulled down this tunnel at crazy speeds until you are kind of pulled forward, thrown to your knees, and you look up and you see standing in the darkness an elderly woman. You can hardly see her face through the black veil that sits over it. And you just see the wrinkles, old withered wrinkles, and you can see black around her eyes, all around her eyes. And her eyes glow a deep purple that almost illuminate behind the veil as she kind of looks down upon you. And she says, shrouded, just as I suspected. But this is not the appropriate place. Something dark is at work, something that crawls through the shroud like a poisonous centipede laying low in the morning fog, looking for someone like you to catch in its maw. She looks around, worried in the darkness. I sense its avatar elsewhere, perhaps Bridgedale. But be wary, as word travels fast through the hive, and you are very sought after. She kind of looks at you with a worried look.
Shrouded by what?
You try to talk, and your mouth can't move, but you send the words through your head, like through your brain. And she picks it up, though she kind of brushes it off, and she bows closer to your face, and she says, lean forward. Do you?
I do.
You kind of lean forward to her, and you see her hand kind of come out from her dark black kind of gown dress that she wears, and you see it is very old and wrinkled, and she has long nails that are kind of like black at where the nails meet the fingers. And she kind of takes her thumb and she presses it into your forehead, and you just feel the nail digging into your forehead deep, causing deep amount of blood to just kind of you can feel the warmth. And then she takes that blood and she just smears it around your forehead and draws some kind of symbol that you don't know, you can't see it, it's on your forehead. And she takes the nail out of the forehead, and she kind of steps back up. When you begin to slip into the shroud again, focus on that mark. I must go, eyes are beginning to turn this way, but stay out of the shroud. I will find you. And then suddenly she steps in the darkness and vanishes, and you suddenly have control of your body again, and you look, and you can see the light of your friends kind of down this tunnel,
Where'd she go?
and you can
Where's
see them
Dorothy?
standing down there looking for you.
She just straight up disappeared.
I'm gonna go to
Then
meet
air
them.
vanished.
All right.
So
Dartha.
I need some more details on that so I can write it down.
What do you need to know?
So I was trying to like process the information instead of writing it.
Sure.
I need the cryptic riddle again.
She said, "Shrouded just as I suspected, but this is not the appropriate place. Something dark is at work, something that crawls through the shroud like a poisonous centipede laying low in the morning fog, looking for someone like you to catch in its maw."
It would be a venomous centipede.
Sure. I thought venom was
It's
vipers.
probably poisonous too, but
Probably.
I had that thought, but I was like, aren't venoms vipers? I think.
no. So poison is if you eat it and you die, it's
Oh,
poison.
gotcha,
If
that's
it
the-
bites you
that's
and
it.
you die, it's venomous.
Gotcha.
What was
Then, yeah, it
that
would be
thing
venomous.
about right before you said like word travels through or like through the hive fast, but
I
like
sent its avatar elsewhere, perhaps Bridgedale. But be wary as word travels fast through the hive, and you are very sought after.
Don't tell Edme.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's gonna be.
We gotta stop in Bridgedale too. It's over.
Well, she doesn't say stop in Bridgedale.
Well, yeah, but if you're like, oh, there's a thing in Bridgedale.
She's more or less saying, be wary, there's something in Bridgedale.
Oh, okay, so
We're
it
going
means-
to Blightwood first.
We're going. You mean Bridgedale? They kind of
Well,
rhyme.
it'll work to go
Bridgewood.
through Blightwood and then Bridgedale
Blightdale.
actually. But
There you go.
But Dartha comes running out of the darkness toward you guys, catching up with the group.
Shit.
Dorothy.
Does she
Dartha,
look
where
like
did you
Is
go?
there- what's on my forehead? Is there
No.
something on my forehead right now?
No.
No.
You have nothing. You look.
I
you
kind of,
look
I kind of like
nothing.
take, I take my finger and I'm like,
She's
no.
got a helmet on, bud.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm
that's
like
true.
thinking, I'm like, come on.
You have a helmet on.
Yeah, in that moment when she kind of went through, it was like the thing wasn't even there. Her hand just kind of went through it. It was weird.
What happened? You just vanished into thin air.
I'm not gonna say anything about it.
What the fuck?
Surface level thoughts.
No. He can know because he can know, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. Here, let's go.
I can know because
Okay.
I'm a freak.
So later then.
Not here, but later. Yes. Big things. Let's go. Everyone,
Not the same
stick
song.
together. No one can be left behind. And we are definitely being hunted.
Oh, okay, great.
You mean
Kind of figured.
me or just you are being hunted?
We.
Oh man,
All right,
that's
well,
unfortunate. Because if it was just you, I would have left. To be honest.
Sigrid cares about no one but himself.
No, just
Um,
only because it's dark.
Fair, fair.
he just wants to be captain.
All right, well
No, I
let's
don't care
let's
about
just
happening.
let's just get this over with and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have
Let's
to agree on
burn
this place.
this.
So,
Vanishing.
as you guys are pushing through, can everyone make perception checks for me?
Yippee!
With
Disadvantage.
disadvantage for
Unnatural
everybody.
one.
Unnatural one? Okay.
11.
11.
6.
6.
6.
Get my other dice. These things.
You guys are kind of pushing through this dark biome. It is just hot and humid and it just smells putrid, but you guys are getting used to the smell, unfortunately. But it just feels like your nose hairs have burned off and you are just not smelling anything at this point. But the heat is still unbearing. It feels like 104 in here, just in 80% humidity. It is unbearable. But you continue pushing through until you notice one of your. Wait, what did you roll again?
6.
6, yeah. You noticed one of the town's members against the wall, and you kind of like, huh, it kind of startles you at first because it kind of comes out of nowhere, and they're just kind of like leaning forward in like a very haunted house-esque position, kind of,
Gotcha.
and it startles you, and you kind of jump back, and you kind of accidentally bump up against the whole group, and the whole group kind of pushes, and all of you fall into your own individual spores, and Sigurd full-on face plants into a large cluster of
Good thing I got
spore
my
pods.
mask.
You are holding your
I
breath.
think I got my mask. On.
I had a cloth on. We got it. I had a cloth.
I've got my thing taped down.
True. So you guys pretty much are good, you two, with your mask, because you're basically breathing. It's not gonna get through. You're holding your breath. So I guess just you. I need a Constitution saving throw. I'll lower the DC with the mask.
Okay.
I'm a mask.
I'm a mask.
Uh oh.
No.
Oh, mask it. Don't matter.
It literally couldn't have been any closer to that.
Oh no, a 2.
Yeah.
A
well,
0.
Not in that one. Not in that
Not
one.
in that
Well,
one, but
damn.
it-
Probably won't
I,
get
well,
poison killed.
so I get 5 total.
Okay, 5. You
said it was-
definitely
you said it was save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you kind of when you jumped back, it fell. Your mask unfortunately just wasn't super tight on your face, and it totally fell. And when you stepped on the cluster, it just kind of like went up into your face, and you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh no.
So you don't know if you're infected, but
My nose.
Damn it.
Do you have your cleric? Do you have the spell that lesser restoration? And I got
2. Can I try to use lesser restoration
Yeah.
on myself?
absolutely.
I mean, cause wait, me.
You're all kind of
Yeah, it's
looking
just
as
one creature.
the spores are just kind of floating in the air. These kind of black, grayish spores just kind of floating slowly back
fire,
down.
flax. Any
I have a
glass
jar.
jar.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and like
Lesser restoration
fix my mask first.
for sure.
You need a jar.
Jarring the spores.
Yes.
My spell counter.
Easily enough. I mean, the whole space is filled with the spores right now as you all set off your own. So you just start like swooping it in and closing it, and you've got a jar full of these spores.
In the bag holding those.
All right.
Future.
Write it down.
Future endeavors. Yep.
Yeah.
The
next Wayland Yutani.
I'm gonna smoke it.
What do you want me to call it? Black fungus.
Yeah. Fungal spores. Black
fungal
fungal
spores.
spores.
All right, cool. And then I'm gonna cast restoration.
All right. You fix your mask, and then you cast lesser restoration on yourself, and you didn't feel sick before. You definitely don't feel sick now, but you feel like maybe it cured your issue.
Okay.
All right, and you guys continue
Worry
pushing
more
through.
later. Cool.
However, you do notice the noise of the creatures is picking up, especially after that whole clusterfuck, and you begin to hear scurrying coming from behind and the direction in which you are going. It doesn't sound like a cacophony, like it doesn't sound like a whole bunch of them, but
Okay.
there is a number. Is there anything anyone would like to do as they appear to be coming to your location? They're not quiet.
Out.
Do you want me to throw one of the pine cones? You want
Wait up.
flamethrower?
Mm.
What if it lights everything on fire? How are we gonna get
I don't
out?
think that.
Well, okay, no, because I don't know if we
It's just 50
want
foot
to use fire because fire lit up the whole of
Oh.
everything in
Yeah,
the
it would-
temple.
it would
so
probably
like, if we light
eat
this stuff on
those
fire, it'll light the
civilians.
whole
Ah,
tunnel.
you're right. No flamethrower. No flamethrower.
Radiance.
Yes,
You want to do your
ma'am.
clap or whatever your divine.
Clap.
intervention, I don't know what it is.
Give them
Channel
the clap.
divinity,
Yeah. That,
the radiance. of
They
dawn.
probably already have the clap.
Probably. They are the clap.
Ew. No, they're crabs.
True.
I'm actually gonna
Cootie
do.
Tania
I
is like
wish.
bodily fungus.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna do spirit guardians.
We're blurry.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh yeah, they're blurry. The hand. All right.
Yeah.
So you summon your spirit guardians, and this what is it, like a 20-foot?
I think it's 15.
Uh, 15-foot radius on
50-foot
me,
radius.
so it definitely covers wall to wall in this tunnel.
Yeah, it definitely
And
does.
then like out a ways, and then so I cast Spirit Guardian.
And
I
it's
say
radiant damage.
Radiant damage, and then I just say, "Run!" And, and I start running down the tunnel.
You
um,
you do so.
Start running with
You
them.
start running with them, and what are the shapes
let's
of your
go.
spirit guardians? Like, what do they look like? Are they hammers? Are they swords? Are they
They're rocks.
tiny thornax? Are they just boulders? Are they
I think it's only, like,
I think hammers would be cool.
hammers?
Yeah,
Sure.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, let's do hammers.
They're like ethereal beings holding hammers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
They're just
within
like
the kill
little
circle
dwarf.
too.
They're like ethereal
So-
dwarfs with big ass hammers just running around me in
Hell yeah.
circles.
There you go. A bunch of tiny dwarves with hammers just slamming into them. And as you guys are running down this hallway, the walls are just kind of like burning in your wake. Not like catching fire, but you
Yeah.
can hear them kind of screaming as you're going because the radiant damage is also hitting the walls and it is reacting negatively. Was there something you want to do, Dortha?
No, I'm just gonna run up with them. So like, as soon as I know the plan is running, I'm within the kill circle.
For sure.
Yeah.
Um,
How long does that circle last?
10 minutes.
It's page.
10
Berserk
minutes.
Guardians. Concentration 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right. So you just start running down this tunnel, and you realize there are other tunnels where this hive is kind of spread down into. But this definitely feels like the main thoroughfare.
Yeah. Trying to focus on staying on the path towards the
For sure.
center.
So is it the organism? Is it all over the floor and the walls like last time or no?
Yeah, it is all over.
Is it taking damage from this?
It is. Yeah, as you guys are running, it is just kind of like sizzling along the way and screaming. And you eventually catch into the group of creatures that you heard coming down this hallway. And as your shield kind of pushes them, they just like dissolve as basically as it touches them, because they are so weak and fragile that it just like annihilates them. And you guys are just running
If we
through.
let this brew.
Hmm?
If we let this cave brew, these guys would probably be so unstoppable.
Leave it for later.
And you are booking it through, just tearing through, killing them along the way, just watching. And you do realize probably like every 40 feet, there's like a corpse on a ceiling, on the wall, in the floor, and they're all just torn open, melting into this fungal infestation.
Yeah.
Do they get dissolved too by the radiance?
The bodies seem like the kind of stuff grabbing onto the body and holding them up does, but the body itself seems to kind of
So
stay
there's just
itself.
bodies falling off the wall. behind
Occasionally
us.
they're you're not like destroying the walls when you're going by. It's not like you're
Right.
clearing the tunnel. You're doing
Right,
some
okay.
damage, and you can see it recoil briefly and then kind of begin to fix what it can
Yeah, okay,
with
so
what it's got.
Gotcha.
But occasionally a body will just kind of fall off and dislodge as you're running. And then one time, as you're getting close, you feel like you're getting close with your memory of the map and stuff. You're kind of running, and one of those larger ones, it's basically the exact same thing, but about twice as big, and its underbelly is much more red than it is black, like you remember the other ones. And you recall this one looks way more identical than the one in the resort.
Guys, we gotta stop and kill this thing right now. And I stop and stand in my tracks.
You stop,
and
all
I
right.
shoot.
All right, make an attack roll. It is immediately starting to
Does
engage
he
with
see
you guys.
it before it gets into the kill circle?
You guys basically your kill circle is almost at the length of your light, so it's like
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
so pretty much as soon as it comes into the kill circle, it's game on.
I would like to
Okay.
hit it.
So it
Go
enters,
well, okay,
it enters
so
the kill circle.
It does. So it
So
takes
first
its
of
radiant
all-
damage.
Wisdom save if you want to bother
A
doing
17
that.
to hit.
19 on the die, so it passes.
17.
That hits.
That's still
Dirty
that's
20.
Is
That's
it,
still
half
Is
damage.
it like a full turn or just one?
Everyone gets an attack, and then it's gonna do its attack.
Okay.
But this one definitely feels like it's a bigger, more structured being.
This is like what we fought back at the hotel.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
gonna be a
Oh,
12.
good damage.
To hit, that misses.
11 points of piercing.
Well, he got 10 points of damage, or no, he got 5 from the Spirit Guardians.
5 radiant damage, so 10. What was yours?
11 points.
11 points of damage.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, yeah. So it comes around the corner, and it is almost about to start striking you guys with multiple attacks. But you guys managed to just crush it and annihilate it into the corner of the wall. But you definitely felt like that one is what killed it, and you barely killed it with what you've put into it. So like it is barely killed. So you're definitely feeling the difference between this one and the previous one.
Gotcha.
We have to be careful. They have ones that are healthy here. Be careful. They'll probably be guarding the hive nest or something.
I just say we keep running.
Yeah, I agree.
You keep running, and you guys eventually turn the corner, and you see as you turn this corner, the room kind of just opens up, and it is dark in this room. It is a large chamber, and you just see probably 50 feet on the back wall, just this large kind of fungal structure, maybe 20 feet in height. It's got the large mushroom cap that kind of comes off, but it's laying against the back wall because it's so heavy and saturated. And you can see coming from its central bit where the cap kind of comes out, there are rings of like this green, glowing green light that comes out where every time this thing is molted and increased in size, you see that green ring that forms on the edge, and then it gets bigger and it makes another green ring. So there's like 6 green rings within this fungus, and you see in the center there's like this pulsing green light in the center of this mushroom. Or it's hardly a mushroom. It's so spread out and it's black and it's just like the walls. And you see hugging underneath this canopy, almost hanging off, are these like cocoons. These large black gooey cocoons that are just kind of leaking this black fluid onto the ground. And they are also kind of thrumming with this kind of green. You can almost see the green energy kind of flowing into the cocoons. And there's probably 6 or 7 of them. And they're quite large. I wouldn't say large, but medium size. And you do hear, make perception checks for me, actually.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Oh, okay. I rolled a nat 20 and a 16, so 15.
Another
15.
fucking 4.
Four.
I don't
Am
Am
I
I
trust
also
that this-
disadvantaged?
Yeah,
I don't
because it's
trust
dark. 11.
dice keeps giving me 2.
We should burn these.
13.
13.
Yeah, I was thinking about what we should pull out the plant.
Name thrower.
What was your sig word?
15.
15? Okay. You do hear the sounds of mumbling and struggling kind of near the base of that mushroom. But it's so hard to see in this room because it is 50 feet out. And the only reason you could see that mushroom was because that dim green light kind of cutting through. But you can hear the mumbling of what sounds like people deeper into the chamber. You can't see them.
We can't bring the fire up just yet. There might be people alive still. I think we
Okay.
can hear them. Not sure though. They might be
I'm
at
gonna-
this door.
I'm gonna run up to them.
You want haste?
Probably.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
I cast haste.
You cast haste on him. You feel invigorated with energy.
I'm out of 3rd level spells.
And I'm going to run towards the people.
You start running out there, and as you're running out there, you just hear crunch under your foot as you look down, and you just step on the torso of one of these smaller creatures, and it just dies beneath you. And you step on quite a few along the way as you realize this dark ground is just covered in these small ones, kind of. But they're not oddly enough directly attacking you. Occasionally, one will kind of jump at you, and you'll duck out of the way. But you go over there, and you, with your hasted, you easily start tearing them
Claws.
through. Just make 4 attack rolls for me. You find
I'm
like
gonna
4
keep
people.
running up with him.
You're gonna run up with him with
Yeah.
Reckless.
With the spirit
Oh, then that
guardian, so-
absolutely just clears a path for him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna-
Well, I mean, if he's hasted, he can be like.
Oh, true.
He'll
He
be
can-
getting ahead of me, but like I'm gonna.
You
go.
realize the wreckage in his wake.
Yeah.
First one is a nat 20.
Okay.
Second one is another nat 20.
Holy fuck.
Third one, not a nat 20, but a 22.
Yeah.
The last one is a 11.
11. All right. So you are breezing through the first 3, and as you get done with like the second one, Malachite shows up with his spirit guardians, and it kind of comes over you, and you're kind of looking up as this mushroom is maybe 10 feet from you, and this whole exchange is happening, and so are you getting close enough to where this is touching the general like? Yeah. So you're just letting it.
I just want to be at the spot, just aiming with my gun to see if like any like guys trying to like come into the light from like sides.
Okay.
Take a shot.
So you're all basically up front right now.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Are you up
Yeah.
there with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I
Do
guess
I?
I'm like in the wake, but I'm ready to punch stuff.
Do I hear the thoughts coming from this mushroom guy?
No.
No?
No. There's no like thoughts coming from the mushroom per se.
Well, is it something that was infected?
Like you're talking about the central.
Yeah,
the green.
It definitely looks like it is the same substance that is around here. It just
Okay.
looks like it is more hardened.
Oh, I thought it was like a guy.
No, it's not a guy. It is a 20
guy.
foot tall mushroom,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
but a gnarly looking one at that. And as you guys are kind of standing there, you're letting this cook. You're all standing, basically looking around. You're occasionally kicking them as they're coming in because they're all these small ones are scurrying in and then being cooked by the shield.
Yeah.
You get to the last one, the pour roll, and you're kind of looking over and you notice this kind of pool off to the side. And you notice there are about 4 bodies of people kind of hanging over the stone pool. And you notice there is some kind of, especially with his shield nearby and I assume light nearby, there is just the color red within this pool, and then it kind of goes off into darkness where you can't see, and it kind of distracts you from getting this one done. You continue getting that one finished, and this one is your brother's wife, as he manages to free her from her.
You still got the pine. Right?
True.
That's what you should got.
So you don't have to roll for it. You do manage to free her from it, and you have recovered the 4 people that were still down here alive. You see they are all stress-worn, covered in this black goo. They just look violated and afraid.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get you out of here.
At which point you're kind of looking at this mushroom that you have been burning for the last maybe half minute, and you notice all the cocoons are just kind of bursting, and kind of you occasionally see like this long pincer arm kind of stick out and then go back in, and they're all starting to. You start unloading on the cocoons.
I'm gonna burst fire. I'm gonna burst fire.
Okay. You just start unloading on these cocoons as they're bursting open, and you just hear them screaming as the rounds are unloading into their. You use the burst fire, and they're for sure cocoons, so they fail their dex save. So go ahead and roll damage for me. But you guys begin to retreat.
Doing this, everybody, let's get out of here.
So as we go, I want to. Can I burn this, please?
No.
Yeah,
I'm fast.
Okay.
I'll
So,
do if I can.
I want you guys to go ahead, and I'm going
Sure,
to
yeah.
use the flamethrower
Yeah.
and like run backwards.
Go ahead and roll
Or like
2 more
torch it
attacks,
as I'm
right?
leaving.
Or-
Yeah.
I'm gonna torch as I go
Okay.
because I can run fast.
And I'll stay by you and
Mhm.
whack.
Whack. So he's gonna whack and I'm gonna burn.
33.
With the
and-
flamethrower.
33 points.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
33,
be running
okay.
towards the front with all of the people.
Yeah. So they're running ahead, we're behind, and we're burning as we leave.
You start unloading into these sacks, these cocoons, and you do a good amount of damage. But you realize you hadn't killed a single one of these cocoon creatures still. They seem to have more hit points than the damage, which is startling. And you're kind of realizing that as you realize one of the cocoons, you see 2 kind of sharp arms kind of tear it open as 2 larger ones kind of lunge out, and you realize it looks kind of like the cicada-like creature, though it kind of is upright, and its thorax is kind of like a chest, and you see its wings kind of start to buzz and hum as it starts to crawl out of the cocoon, and you realize multiple of them are starting to do that, and
I'm
you
gonna reload.
Blast! I want to
I'll start
blast it.
reloading.
you start reloading your clip as you all start retreating out, and you just start flamethrowing
I'm
this.
gonna
So go ahead and roll your fire damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw. Well, no, I'll wait.
46?
on this,
Actually,
Actually, I'm gonna wait until we get further up so that we have like another barrier of flame, basically. So we'll get past a point while this is burning, and then while we're running, I'm gonna throw it.
Oh,
Well, I don't
she
think
take
we're
it
gonna
away.
No, not like in the room, just
Please
like
tell
on
me
the
you're
other
rolling
fungus
out
that's
one.
like growing
Well, I
in the
think
tunnel.
we need to destroy the
Did
you?
you really?
pool.
It's
That's like a
damage,
bird.
but I rolled 2 natural ones. 2 ones. I
Okay, on the
think.
damage, yeah, but I think you still have to roll a
So-
d20 to
Well,
see if
it's a dexterity.
Yeah, but then you have to roll
Well-
a d20 just to see the.
To see if it
Well,
explodes.
Yeah.
Yes, but so this is so it's technically 4 plus 6, so 10 damage. And now let me make the roll.
So you start. Well, let's see if it
Out of
even
1 through 5, that's all.
Out of 1.
True knowledge.
What is? Is it a 1?
No,
Okay.
it's a 2.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not
Nice.
plus anything. It's just
That's just
that is just what it is.
Great.
So I believe it says you take 2d6 fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fire doesn't actually go onto the enemies in front of you. Instead, it kind of, as you're unloading, the flame kind of, for whatever reason, comes out of the tube a bit early and kind of goes back in your face and blasts you with heat. What did you?
2 damage.
No.
You take
I
2
rolled big
points.
dice.
You take 2 points of fire damage, and the flamethrower seems to be out of commission
Great.
for the time being.
Okay, then
Oh,
I throw
bummer.
my sap pine
At least it
cone.
wasn't-
Damn, I really wanted that to work.
I wanted that to
like
work, too.
cinematically.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool. At least it wasn't that one.
It's just because I had it.
Yeah.
I
rolled
drag my hand through the flame that's like on the ground from
Uh-huh.
her exploding with the pine cone in my hand and just like eat it.
And you just throw it at the giant mushroom in front of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, throw it into the birthing room, the pool room.
then it's not gonna be on fire
Yeah, well,
if
it's
it gets
blood.
wet.
Blood will
Blood.
Blood's not flammable. Not that I'm aware of.
No.
If it's mixed with the spores.
Well, that's why I'm hoping if I get it in here, it'll spread enough To the point where
Well, the
maybe
fire from her
it'll-
blast has kind of, because it is kind of like a napalm, it kind of like
Yeah.
leaks out onto the ground. And so you do see a fire on the ground as you guys are backing out of this chamber.
As
And you-
I'm seeing the gun blow up.
Miserably fail.
Can I also saw this pool of blood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast fireball.
It just needs
Okay.
to be
Let's
repaired
go,
though. I didn't
let's
blow it
go.
up.
I'll grab some fire off the ground with my pine cone and just lob
All right,
it.
so you guys start
somewhere
lobbing these
far.
Yeah.
pine cones
I'm gonna
Yeah.
allow
as
them.
your spirit guardians are keeping you guys alive right now as these things are coming through.
Shower
But
those spirits.
eventually you notice as all the small ones are just getting eviscerated by the light. You guys go ahead and make your roll 1d6 fire damage for your pine cones.
I'll throw one. I want to keep.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll for
5.
my fireballs?
Yeah, make an attack roll too, because you're kind of throwing it direct.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not really throwing mine direct. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm just lobbing.
5 damage. What was yours?
Like obviously, it was also 5.
5.
But,
I rolled 5, but do you want me to roll to see if
It's
to,
okay.
like,
You're just kind of throwing it in the direction, hoping it catches the fire.
Yeah.
So 15 so far. I
I'm
think.
not. I'm no looking mine. I'm, just
I'm
like,
assuming
Your
since
fireball.
they're eggs, they're
Not
fail
gonna. They all fail.
because
Yes.
it's dex. So
But yeah, you do kind of, as you're leaving the chamber, you do notice in that pool of blood, there are numerous kind of like egg-looking fungal spores that are sitting in there, just kind of like soaking in the blood, absorbing it. And you notice one of them kind of hatch open, and you do see kind of the healthier version of a creature kind of come out of the bottom of it, kind of sliding out into the blood,
No.
right as a fireball gets launched across the room. And all the eggs just
right in the
erupt.
kiss.
26 damage.
Oh yeah, that definitely does it.
Dang.
This pool erupts. It wasn't a very big pool. There wasn't a lot happening in it yet, but it erupts into flame and everything is on fire over there. It is a disaster, and you can hear the hive crying and screaming to this, as well as all the pine cones being thrown at all the cocooning creatures and the main fungal in the center. However, I will say 2 of the flying creatures do manage to escape their cocoons before the whole thing is engulfed in flame. And they begin flying towards you, and you realize these things are pretty much the size of you. They are humanoid-sized creatures, and they come in, and you realize they've got these large front arms with pincers that seem like they're made for grabbing people or grabbing things and taking them with them.
okay.
And they come lunging into the light at
Are
you
we
guys. Their mandibles just. But they take the radiant damage for entering.
Okay. And that's
They look very injured from the fucking gunfire that was
Yeah.
unloaded in
and
them.
that's a wisdom save.
That's good. I guess guns are good.
If they're not. Resistant to non-magical. Yeah. I mean, I think we could probably make
2
them
pass, 1
magical,
fails.
maybe.
Okay, well I rolled 14, so the one that failed takes 14 and the other 2 take 7.
Okay. So the one that failed definitely just kind of engulfs into flame and then turns into a husk on the ground as other ones are scurrying up. You guys are basically outside of the tunnel at this point. Those ones take the damage and they manage to survive, but barely. And once they take that damage, they just retreat out of the bubble. And you see them just kind of hovering on the outskirts of the bubble as like the endless horde of minions are crawling in and just being eviscerated.
Cool.
You guys turn tail and just start booking it, right?
Yeah.
The place is engulfed in flame. The hive is just
yeah.
roaring flame. It is catching and going. And
How tall is this
Let's mark
tunnel?
them.
it's 10 feet tall. It's like 10 by 10.
All right. Well, as
Yes.
we're running away,
Burst fired those 2 that backed up.
Okay.
Oh,
You know how to get away. So you guys are backing up and you're like, and you start unloading into the doorway.
Dex save.
Sorry, chatters.
Five.
5.
Yep.
You do manage to skull one. You see the bullet just kind of, and the body just fall into the crowd. But the other one you kind of hit in the arm, and then you hear its humming of its fast wingspan as it goes back into the hive chamber, trying to recover whatever the fuck it can.
yeah.
But you guys continue pushing through. How long was that again? 10 minutes?
That was probably close to 10 minutes.
You're
by
definitely
the time
pushing
we-
10 minutes at this
Yeah.
point.
Just recast it.
I can.
Or-
Okay.
You recast it? All right.
Yeah, if we're saying it's going out right now, I'm definitely
Yeah,
gonna
it is definitely
recast
kind of
it.
flickering right now.
All right, I am.
And the creatures
yeah.
are kind of catching up to you guys, but you managed, right as two of them kind of lunge towards the group members to jump on them, you recast your shield or your spirit guardians, and
Are they all coming from behind us still in the chamber?
both directions, honestly.
Okay,
it
so
seems like
yeah,
they're coming
so
from
yeah.
within the mind,
For
but
those
it does feel
listening
like it's
to-
starting
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
slow down in the numbers that are coming,
Okay.
just because so many have already died, and the hive
Yeah.
only had so much.
Keep booking it.
But you guys keep booking, keep running.
Run.
And it's especially with your spirit guardians, there's not much that happens. Just if are you running? Make perception checks at disadvantage, please.
That means we're sprinting.
Can it be advantage instead?
No, it cannot be. No, it cannot.
Whoa! 18.
18.
Perception?
11.
12. 1.
1. Oh boy.
That's my naughty die.
You
too. I need to get rid of
Trip on some kind of leg that was sticking out and just
Dice check.
face plant into a fungal pod. The spores are kind of.
Unlucky.
Is it 10? Yeah. You feel like you may have gotten some in your lungs, but
Wait, what'd you say?
you rolled a 10 on your con save, I assume, right?
I didn't think.
Oh, I thought that's what the 10 was.
No.
Oh, he looks at again.
Oh, I see.
I think that's
That
Con
is
save,
what it
please.
I wish it was a 10!
Oh no. Well, I'll say it again.
5!
You feel
Again!
like you feel like you may have breathed in some fungal spores,
Uh
but you're not
oh.
entirely sure.
Oh.
But you get up and you guys keep running as the creatures are still coming after you.
Yeah, I mean, we're still in combat, so I can't really
Yeah.
do anything.
And eventually, you guys push out of this small hive. It wasn't super big. Maybe took you 5 minutes to get out of once you kind of recast it.
Okay.
But you guys push through and you're back in the mine heading towards the elevator. Can you make a history check for me? Anyone who wants to navigate.
22!
22.
6.
6.
15.
15.
History?
Yeah.
For map.
Trying to recall mapping.
That's a 14.
Sigurd definitely recalls the way.
I'm on the lead.
And you all begin following Sigurd as you go through. The heartbeat seems to be dissipating into the background. Yay. And eventually, you all make your way to the elevator. You all get on the elevator and get the fuck out?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck
Door
out.
number 1.
Well, we were on.
Well,
Well, I mean, we can just go all the way up.
I
Yeah.
mean, did we kill all of them though?
We're letting the
hoping-
fire do
I'm hoping
that
the
work.
fire just keep on burning.
Oh,
Ooh.
we should have turned on
When
the
we-
oxygen.
Let's go up.
We
That's on
can't
floor
It's on
one.
level
that.
10, it's on level 1, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
we-
No,
we started on 2 or 1.
We
It
got
was-
on at level 2.
Yeah.
So we
it
need
was
to
at
go
level
to
two.
level 2.
Two. Level 2.
Level 2, level
Level
2.
two.
Alright, level 2 it is. And then,
Level 2.
well, how much was the oxygen?
You guys
2.
just...
3.
Yeah.
But
How much
No,
was
that's
the
fine for
Oakheart
now.
thing? 4?
I mean, we can turn the lights off.
well, no, but we can't get the Oakheart thing if we have. Well, I guess we can turn the oxygen off again.
Did you say it was Oakheart or carts?
Or cart.
Or
carts.
That's what I thought.
Or cart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not Oakheart.
Oh.
I was
or
like,
cart.
what are you talking about, Oakheart?
Yeah.
So,
No, so we just need to leave the elevator
just-
on
just-
and
yeah,
I
can
so
see
that's
the-
only 5, so we're good.
We don't have 5.
We have 4.
We have
We're not-
6.
You have
No.
4.
We have 4.
So we have to turn off the lights and
the
No,
the
you have
elevator.
We can't do that.
but the oxygen will go on.
We have to run for from level
Damn
2
it.
up.
No, but then you.
That's fine.
Wait, I
We
thought you
can
said the
book it.
elevator was 2.
The elevator was 2.
And
We
all
don't
oxygen's 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay,
just
so
said lights
bump
and
that
elevator.
oxygen
So we
on.
get off the elevator and then send the people we saved up on the elevator and tell them to get out.
I guess we could.
When
Also,
we
you know,
get-
from level 1, from 2 to 1 is just that staircase that you guys
Oh,
came
It's
down
not
on.
big.
no,
It's
it's
Yeah.
like
no, it's not. But
that's
we'll
typically
send
what your
them
people
up.
took to get down here anyway.
Right, but we'll send them up
Well,
just so it's
Yeah,
faster.
fair.
I mean, do you think the ventilation will stay on if I turn it on and then unplug the core?
I mean, we could just sit there and wait to hear sounds of
Actually,
explosions and then take it out.
You're
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay.
And then
We
fucking
just need
run.
to get it started.
Yeah. I can't.
Let's do it.
All right.
Oxygen.
You can't
on.
haste yourself?
I don't have any third level spell slots. So.
Burn it.
I don't know.
So you guys get in the
I mean, I could
elevator,
source
you
it
push
for
level
that.
2, and the elevator starts going up. Can everyone make perception checks for me? While you're
Okay,
ascending?
As we're
pull
going
up.
up, we're gonna talk to the people we rescued. Okay, fellow friends that we have rescued.
6.
We're gonna send you up to
9.
floor number
9.
1, and you're
bad
gonna
dice.
leave to the exit.
We're gonna leave?
Yeah.
13.
Right away.
Some of we have others that made it out. They're just down the
Technically
hill.
0 because I have -1.
Oh boy.
For perception. I'm not seeing shit. I'm talking to these people.
He's blind.
Wait, I'm talking. I'm
And
focused
then
on
you had
them.
what? 17? What was your
13.
perception? 13?
Yeah.
And your guys' were crap.
Bad.
Remember that? Yeah.
Only if you say so.
As you're busy talking to these people, kind of explaining the plan to them, you guys are kind of just relaxing, kind of gathering yourself. You're kind of like looking over the rail, and you hear,
I still got Spirit Guardians up.
and you hear it kind of humming through the chamber, and you're kind of following it with your ears, and you just hear it ascend to above you, and then you hear it, and it just kind of muffles and goes distant.
No, I knew I was gonna fucking get away, man. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. No.
Too bad you didn't see it. You could have shot it again.
Everybody else has guns.
Not me.
You're the only one that go in him.
Would I have noticed enough of where it was to like shoot, to like do something and like cast a spell at it or something?
You rolled
13.
no. You just heard the humming in the darkness as you're ascending this abyss. But eventually you hit level 3, passing the barrier, ascending to the next level.
Maybe we should leave. Let the people stay with us.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just go to 2.
Let's leave.
Let's-
We'll have them run with us. We'll have them run with
Yeah.
us. Change of plans, guys. You're running with us. Okay, let's go.
But you guys just go up. Nothing comes and attacks you. It seems like you've devastated most of the hive. And so you get up to the level 2, where most of the inhabitants of Stone Hollow once lived. And you recall that if you just follow the cord out into like the mine of this level, that you will come across the operations station
All right.
where you can control these things. You guys head over there.
Yeah.
You made them aware of the creature, I assume. And so
Yeah,
I assume you're all
I-
kind of paranoid.
Yeah,
If you want to make
yeah.
perception checks, you can.
I'm taking my mask off.
All right, taking the mask
We're
off.
no longer.
It's
21.
21.
Yeah.
2. What?
I'll take mine as
Mine
well.
is unnatural.
11.
I am not seeing anything.
You're blind.
Blind.
Just straight up.
That's gonna be a
Maybe I should just get blind and go get blind sight.
15.
15.
As you're taking your helmet off,
You're all
like,
kind of
spin backwards.
Looking around, but it is still dark in here. And you're kind of looking up, just nervous. And you don't hear the humming per se, but you kind of look up to the ceiling where you can see like the structure that holds the elevator shaft. And there's like a stone ceiling part, and you see something crawling across the corner, something large and beetle-like. And it kind of peeks around the corner, looking to the ceiling, and it kind of just dips up there, and then you lose sight of it as it goes around the corner into the darkness of the ceiling.
Oh, good. Okay.
100 feet up. You're barely able to see it.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Good.
But
Let's
I didn't see
turn
anything.
the oxygen off. No.
you guys go into the mine, turn the corner following the cord, and very quickly you get to the same door, the metal door. You see scratches and claw marks all over it from when you guys were braced against it. You guys go in. The computer system is still online. Plenty of errors.
Close the door again behind us.
Yeah, close the door.
Sure.
Can you lock the door?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are all the people with you?
Yes.
All right.
No, we leave one out there.
For bait.
They're all like, whoa.
Just one for dramatic
I type
effect.
in power on the keyboard.
All right. You go to the power menu and you see the familiar setup.
Turn off lights in elevator. Okay, guys, are you ready for
Yes.
explosion? And I
Ready
click
to
on the
fucking
oxygen.
And you click on the oxygen. All right. You turn it on and then just kind of like sit there for a minute.
I go right next to the.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to try to like slip my hand underneath and press the oxygen button first?
Sure. Sure.
I'm
Make
not
a sleight of
wearing my
hand
mask. I
check.
don't have negative. I don't have disadvantage.
I'm not either. I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 12.
Oh.
You know what? I'll let you push it.
Oh, wow.
How
I'll have
nice.
a rate before
I'm
it. I'll be like, oh shoot, and I'll go like go.
Oh, my shoes untied. I can't believe
And I'll
it.
be like,
Hey, you gotta be ready to run, man.
I see the button has been pushed. Thank you. And then I'll go walk over to the arcane
I'm
flux core and I'll sit with
captain.
my fingers like ready to grab it out. I'm ready
Oh
to
yeah,
grab
just
it.
waiting till you start hearing the.
Once I hear explosion, yoink, yoink.
Okay.
So-
Okay.
I'm like the guy
So,
who goes and grabs the lighters. Really
You
quick.
push the button,
Yeah.
and you see all the errors start lining up on the screen, basically saying like oxygen being released, oxygen leak, and you hear the ventilation system kind of kicking up. You can hear the air just kind of rushing down the vents.
We should have them start running now.
And then-
because some people,
Not a bad idea.
people
From
who aren't as
the
fast.
Well, I'll take me and
let me think about this for a second.
People.
with me.
The first explosion you hear is from the room, the large chamber in which you grew up in, from a temple that was set on fire. As oxygen hits that chamber first, because it all comes from the top and then makes its way down. You guys
But
immediately
that'll carry it
hear.
down. It'll carry it down.
That'll probably be good for the bug that escaped, maybe.
Is there
And
oxygen
it probably like
in
chases the oxygen
this
through
room?
the vent.
Can we?
Is it getting
Wait.
vented into this room?
There is oxygen being vented into this room.
There's no.
But
I'm
not
gonna
like
take.
a-
I'm gonna take the core out and I'm gonna start running.
Oh,
Right
yeah, you take
now?
the core
Yeah.
out.
Yep, right now. We're running right
we're
now.
going.
You definitely hear explosions going through the mine.
I'm going to regain a third spell slot and cast haste on myself.
All right, you cast haste on yourself, and you guys start running out of this. It's,
we're
you're not far from the
dashing
main
our
room,
way.
and you kind of run into the large column room, and it is now well lit, as the entire back wall is just aflame, and the whole base is basically like this roaring flame coming over. Some kind of explosion happened. You see a massive hole in the wall where the temple once was. There's fire everywhere, but you guys start running. Luckily, this place is mostly made of stone, so the oxygen that burned, made the explosion, and you guys begin running up the stairs.
I keep a check on the survivors and making sure they're keeping up with us.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the skies.
Everyone make athletics checks for me.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the skies and listen out for buzzing.
Athletics.
Athletics.
That's a 12.
Dirty 20.
All of my 20s are rolling so
I also
bad.
got a 12.
12?
21.
21?
I'll need to think.
Wait, do I have advantage
The only thing I'm good
while
at.
hasted, or is it just dexterity?
No, just Dex.
Dang nabbit.
So most of them are keeping up, but you realize there's this one older guy, an older dwarf, and he's really struggling in the back, like really struggling. But you're kind of up front, and you kind of like look back to get him when he rolled a natural one, so the explosion just kind of explodes, and the stairs kind of explode behind you guys as he is engulfed in flame. You just see him holding onto the rails as he falls back into the fire, as the fire is engulfing the floor beneath you guys. And the people who are in front of him look back, "Run!" And they're just hauling up this stairwell as even the metal
everything was
rail
an
is
old
getting
guy.
hot to the
He can't-
touch.
They still have people who can keep the dwarf.
Are you saying this out loud?
No.
Okay, good.
And then at that point, as the fire's kind of raging below, you realize this bug kind of coming down, swooping towards you guys. Make an attack roll.
I was gonna say, if I see... Here, wait. Let me figure out what I can do.
17.
17? That definitely hits.
I'm gonna hold in
If
case
gets
it's close. Yeah.
14 points.
14 points of damage.
I'm gonna also...
You're gonna
As
sacred
he's
flame it?
doing it... Oh, well, no. I'm gonna Scorching Ray it.
Okay, wow. Step up, step up.
That's a good one.
And that's an attack roll?
I believe so.
Spell
Yes.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then that's 3.
Guess we should play some tense music, huh?
This is intense enough.
Yeah, but this is like spooky intense.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
He gets it.
So I rolled.
You're right.
The lowest one I did was 10.
Okay.
Does that hit?
No.
Okay, and then 19.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one was higher. So
Nice.
1 miss, 2 hits. Miss is...
That's surprising. Yes, you probably went to the bathroom.
Yeah. 2d6 damage per ray, so that's 4. Um, 13.
13?
Damage.
Oh, yeah. This thing is eviscerated. So you unload a round into its chest, and you see it begins to descend. And then as it's descending, you kind of just throw out this flame, and it just explodes into 2 pieces, and they kind of go flying across the room before landing in the flame below. And you guys begin continuing to haul ass. and you all do eventually make it to the top, and you could still hear explosions.
Keep running. And we're not stopping until we're out and you can see the sun.
And as you guys are ascending the top, you kind of look back and you see the floor of this whole place crumble as the elevator shaft, the whole thing kind of begins to tilt in the back direction as the building above you kind of begins to crack and break with the elevator shaft. But you guys manage to climb up. Can everyone make one last athletics check for me?
Athletics? Why athletics?
Or you can make it acrobatics.
Oh, great. Thank you for that.
24.
Nice.
Ooh. Lucky it's an acrobatics
Okay.
because
What'd you get, buddy?
My dice suck.
11.
Acrobatics or
11.
whatever is
All of my
Six.
20s are rolling so bad.
Putting you in jail too.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at my jail.
Wow.
Loaded.
Yeah, you got quite the
Um,
prison system here.
All right, so it was 6.
10.
11.
Okay. Yeah, you two, all three of you fail. So you guys, as you're running through, luckily you don't fall in. If it was a natural one, it would be talking different.
Oh, I'd be
But
dead.
everyone manages to kind of rush through the mine gate as the whole internal structure of this thing collapses in on itself. But you guys do take 6 points of fire damage as fire is basically siphoned and pushed out the gate
Whoa.
from this pressure being pushed out. And that is, oh yeah, because you're fucking vulnerable to fire. You're like one of these fucking bugs. But you guys push through, and you are back outside. Woohoo!
And I let go of my haste concentration.
Yes, you do.
If I still had Spirit Guardians, I'd let go of that too.
For sure. All of your spells begin to drop as you feel relief wash over you all. You see the nice blue sky before you.
Put out any fire left on my
Put out any
body.
fire on you for sure. You didn't catch fire, luckily.
I immediately look at the sun and
You look at
calculate the time left.
Oh, true. I start pulling out my platinum coins. I'm like, I go in my bag of holding. I'm like counting up 400 platinum coins, and I'm hiding it,
It
but
was
I'm not.
3 hours.
Yes! Yes! Let's go!
I cast Lesser Restoration on myself again from the
All right.
spores.
Good idea,
I
good
walk
idea.
up to
Did
well,
it work?
It does feel like it worked.
Yeah.
You were actually starting to feel a little
I'll
sick.
do the
Yeah,
I'll do
go
the
ahead.
plan of it when it comes down. But for now, I'll hold on to the pot.
But you guys are out of the mine.
Cool. I tried, like, once I pat myself down and cast the spell on myself again, I'm like, okay, no time to rest. Let's go down
Well,
the mountain. Let's go. And then
I-
head back to where we were. For
Gotcha.
Try to
I'll
usher
give us
people back to
a
camp.
small prayer for the old man who died.
Okay.
To Sonara.
Okay. Okay. You say a small little prayer.
Sorry.
Sorry you didn't make it.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry about that, bud.
You guys push down the hill. You see the large mechanical vehicles standing above the forest. You know exactly where your camp is.
Feels
You have
good
no
to be
problem
home.
finding it. You guys make your way to the familiar tent. You see, as you walk in, the dwarf kind of, oh, it's you guys, pointing his gun at you. Oh,
Don't get
survivors, and they're happy to. And they come up and they start reuniting with people. And you see your brother missing his arm kind of gets out of bed, and he sees his wife, and immediately just tears start running down his face as he runs over and hugs her with his one arm, and they just embrace each other with, love. They were afraid that each other had died, and
You know,
it's a lot of relief.
we have a cleric now,
We do have a cleric.
and we have an empty hot tub.
We do indeed.
Yeah. You know what else we have? Cleric that doesn't have any spell slots.
Yeah, I was
left.
about to say.
Cleric needs a long rest.
I mean, unless
Well, is it
anyone
it's
we
only a
saved
blood
was a
festival, right?
cleric too.
Well, if he had
The
it
old man
prepared.
that blew up was the other cleric.
Damn it.
It would be the old guy. We should have picked him up in the beginning. That's why.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Such
all right. Well,
unlucky.
once everyone gets settled and everything, I'm gonna head outside and do a more in-depth prayer for him because I'm
For sure.
assuming I
Yeah.
knew him.
Definitely,
personally.
he's
Yeah.
definitely like helped teach
He's
you.
like the old guy
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I go do a
I can just
lengthy,
pat on your shoulder.
a lengthy prayer for him.
Pat on your shoulder.
Yeah.
But I pull out the Arcana Flux core and I look at it in the sun.
You look at it. It is beautiful. It is pretty.
Worth any trouble that happened today.
You hear, and you kind of look over into the forest as finally catching up to you guys. You see two humanoid robotic figures walking out. One looking like a skeletal, like a robot skeleton, very intimidating looking with his red eyes and his bulky chest. The other one basically half cut off and his arm a large cannon of sorts. And they kind of walk up together towards the largest platform, the four-legged tank that you guys have. And they just start, once again, the usual circle around. But yeah, they have caught up.
They're finally back patrolling.
Took
Too
them
bad they're
long
gonna.
enough.
Too bad they're gonna get lost again tomorrow. It's too bad we can't get them up on the ship instead. But whatever.
Is there anything anyone would like to do this day?
I'm
Should
going.
look at that holy
I'm just gonna pray. I'm gonna
just gonna
find
pray.
a big tree and pray.
I'll do that.
Make a
okay.
religion.
I'm gonna go up to the dwarves and ask if do any of you guys have a set of Tinker's tools?
Oh, I need Tinker's tools.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now.
You can
One of
fix
them
it.
is kind of like,
It's intelligent. I think it's intelligent.
my brother probably had one, but it was back in the mine if you wanted to just go grab it from his house.
Yeah,
That
about
is
that.
Yeah.
Maybe when the fire's
You
out.
guys are not going to be able to go back in there. Probably not.
Oh?
Not for a
Is
while.
that bad?
Well, you could say that.
Okay.
With fire, explosions.
Me
fungus.
I
growing
thought I
up
heard. I
with-
thought it was thunder. I was like, oh, it's kind of clear day
Me
for thunder.
growing up with the dwarfs, I know they appreciate frankness. I just say the entire village blew up and the mine shaft also blew up.
Oh,
So
fuck.
you're not really going to be able to get more than 10 feet past the gate.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
it just blew up.
Just like that, huh?
Oxygen
Well-
and gases, they do wonders together.
Flammable, huh?
I'm pretty sure we burned everything inside of there, so I wouldn't worry about
Anything coming back?
those bugs.
You guys
anymore,
hear-
but
When you kind of like look out and a part of the mountain that was above the mine is
Sunken in.
caving in, and now you're seeing this large kind of ravine open up where the mine was.
Wow, that's crazy. We did that.
Yeah,
That's
we-
on us, guys.
We did that.
That's unfortunately on us. But you know what? It's okay.
And the dwarf kind of looks out and he's like, no shit. Well, do you guys have a home that we
Yeah.
could crib at?
Well,
We do.
We're
We do
not going
indeed.
there right away, so you'll have to travel with us for a little bit.
Oh, they could go up to the resort.
We send people to a resort all the time.
It's not too
but-
far.
I guess that's true, but they're not much of fighters.
well, I'm assuming. Well, where are we? Oh, we're over here. You put me on the map. Yay.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this to the map on the little video.
Oh yeah, because we gotta go all the way around. So they could definitely go back to the resort, but it's gonna take them a few days.
Were you guys ever here?
We don't want to go here.
No.
You don't want
So you guys are down by Stone Hollow, right?
Yeah. We would have to either send them this way to climb up the mountain to the resort, or they'd have to come with us and go all the way around.
I could let people know at the resort.
But will they be able to make the trek with like
Yeah, with the injured people.
one guy's missing an arm?
Yeah.
They can
Ah,
come
he'll
with
be
us.
fine.
We have iodine pills,
Yeah,
You do.
We can put them up to cleaning.
Yeah.
and that's exactly
While
right.
we're on the move, too, it's mobile cleaning.
Mhm.
I'll even give them some gold for payment.
Wow.
Slave labor.
Don't mind the
I'm paying
mutations,
them.
guys.
I'm paying them.
Oh, you'll get used to that sick feeling. It's fine.
All right.
Alright.
So.
Any chance your wife could be pregnant? No? Great.
Awesome.
So they're coming with you guys, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then. Okay, so yeah, well, they'll come with us, and I'm assuming it's like what midday
Ye-
right now.
It's, yeah,
I think that's
about,
yours. Is that yours?
So it's definitely not time for a long rest. But
Yeah.
days in front of you.
No, I don't think it is.
I found
Let's
it.
get
It's a
this
mystery
hoe
dice.
on the road.
Let's
I mean, I'll take it.
On
On
the
the
path
road.
towards Blightwood.
No, it's not the one I've been using, but I mean, I'll hold on to it.
On the road again.
Hey yo.
I'm putting my. So I still have a 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
And a couple 1st level spell slots. I'm putting a 4th level fireball into my random spell storing, and also 1 healing word.
All right. Sounds good.
And then, are we doing a short rest or anything, or are we
Not
just
yet.
getting in?
I mean, you could short rest while we start to move. But
Yeah.
we're gonna be long resting once the day is up.
Well, yeah, I'll short
like a
while we
little bit of-
start to move. I'll short rest so I can attune to that book.
All right.
Smart.
To the teachings of Thornak.
It's a good book.
It's a really good
yeah,
book.
good book.
It is a really good book.
It is a really good book, and y'all are gonna have to watch next episode to see what I can do with it.
True.
But not us.
But you guys all
I'm not
begin
gonna show you, actually.
to pile into this vehicle, right?
Yeah.
You pack up the
Yeah.
tent. You all begin to pile in. So, are you giving any of them?
I'll tell the ones who have like injuries and whatnot to come into the smaller one
Okay.
because it's a little bit cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
There's probably 2. There's probably 3 who are uninjured.
so
All the
those
rest
two-
are fairly
Those
messed
two
up.
go with you.
So, like,
I'll
the
take the
other-
2 who are injured.
All right.
Okay.
Are they getting suits or are they just?
Do we have how many extras?
I don't think you have
do we
any
have?
extra
We have
suits.
0 extra. He took
0
the last
extra at
one.
this one.
Yeah, he took the
Okay.
last one.
Well, I'll just hide in my shell. Get that +4.
They
sure.
could just like huddle together in your in your total.
Fit 2 people in
will-
yours.
Yeah, could we fit 2 into my freak
Two
show
in-
suit?
two in the-
No.
Could I have one really funny looking guy in the suit?
No. I mean, you could put a person in the suit. It would
I
definitely
will.
look weird.
I will thug it out, and I will give my suit to someone else.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
fucking hell.
Interesting choice. You give the suit to one of the dwarves. So now there's one. So you're undressed. One is undressed. One is dressed. So you're still dressed.
Well, I give it to like the wife or whoever looks in the worst condition.
Okay.
Because he's got the injured one, so like.
So the gnomish wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she will roll with advantage. I need everyone to make 2 Constitution saving throws for me.
Yes.
What does the suit do for me?
As soon as I start to
Give you
feel bad,
advantage on
I want to
Constitution.
take iodine pills.
At least in regards to this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, double
Oh,
15.
no.
no! I lost my other journal.
Well, this
Oh,
has
no.
+5. So,
Constitution?
Yeah.
12.
I rolled bad.
2 of them, right? Oh yeah, 2.
And let me get to your guys's where it left off.
I rolled really bad.
Really? How bad?
See, that's what you get for being a nice person.
Not
Yeah.
a 1,
Oh, okay, that's good.
but
Is it, dude?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same
I feel
boat.
bad.
I
Here we
got a 12,
Oh, how have I not had a pencil this whole time?
a 12, and a 7.
With my modifier, I got a 5 and a 6.
So that's 2 fails from you for sure.
Does 12 fail
Um,
in my ship?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get a mutation or
That's
no?
two.
No, you don't get a mutation, but you do take.
Lots of damage.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
I heard.
if Corey was taking the injured people, I'd probably go with him if there was room.
Oh yeah, there's more than.
Yeah.
You take 25 points of poison damage over the course of this day. What did you
I
get?
got a 21 and a 16.
All right.
Yeah.
The 16. Yeah, you passed both.
I
You doing
didn't
okay?
go time.
What did Sigurd get?
7 and 12.
7 and 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does the iodine pill like decrease my?
It
Damage?
decreases your overall radiation.
Yeah.
Just your overall.
Okay. So it's not gonna help us. Right?
No, it won't.
No.
You take 12 points of poison damage. What did you get?
I got a 14 and a 19.
And which vehicle are you sitting in?
Mine.
Corey's.
Corey's? 14. Yeah, so you passed both. All right. So
I
now I
ain't
gotta
going
roll
yours
for these
till we
guys.
clean it.
So the gnome wife at advantage passes. And then the one guy without mutates and fails.
I hope his is obvious so we can know what he gets mutated with.
Is it a good or a bad one? I guess we'll see.
You just have to read his thoughts. He's in with you, isn't he?
All right, so he
Maybe.
has to roll.
I swear, if he gets something good, I'm gonna be so upset.
I'm not for real. We have to kill him and take his mutation. Transfer mutation.
That's not how that
Eat
works.
his heart.
Yeah, true.
He got something good.
We're elves from divinity.
You guys don't notice anything different about him, but he doesn't seem like he's ill.
Is he in ours or his?
He's in your guys's.
Okay.
He doesn't seem like he's ill. He actually seemed kind of healthy. Actually, like,
A little too
come to
healthy.
think of it, it seems like now he is really doing good against the radiation.
Read his thoughts.
So how's everyone doing? Oh wait, sorry.
He's
So
immune.
how's
isn't he?
everyone doing?
He's resistant to poison now.
Wow.
Come on! Like one of the best things to have in this situation specifically.
Yup.
Insane.
What did he roll to get that?
The mutation changes every time.
So it depends on the radiation level. You have to roll the exact DC. So like if the DC is 15, you have to roll 15 to mutate.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's interesting. I honestly thought it was.
So
just
it's only like a
random.
1 in 20.
Right.
shot.
Yeah, I thought it was just random to be honest.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, that's valid though.
Imagine if you could mutate while passing.
That'd be dope.
That would be
I feel like that. Yeah, that doesn't.
But if it
really-
was
that
bad,
doesn't
it would suck.
logic though.
right.
Logic.
Yeah.
None of the others mutate, but they do take a bit of damage. But not enough to kill them through the day.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna take my Geiger counter out and point it at myself.
All right,
I haven't taken an iodine pill in a while.
for sure.
And I haven't been failing. And other than like,
I don't remember
last, like,
the
2
exact.
weeks.
I think you would be at about 60.
Okay. I'm alright without an iodine pill for now.
Yeah, you want to mutate so
Well,
that you're vulnerable to some other type of damage now too.
two vulnerabilities and nothing good. I'm going for 3. Can I get the Infinity Stones of vulnerabilities? Let's
You
find
pull it out and you're scanning yourself. You scan anyone else?
Yeah, I was scanning him.
All right.
Okay. That's about it.
I don't care about anyone else.
They just got in here.
Yeah, he seems fine. He's Gucci. You passed both your things, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. So, all right. So that ends your day. You guys hop off the things. You turn off your Geiger counter, and you guys set up the tent.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything before your night is had?
Yes. I would like to read the the book that.
Which book?
It was it has something to do with arcane. I thought-
Chains of Magic: The Slave Societies of Old.
Yes.
Nice.
Can I read the Bridgedale City book?
Sure. So the Bridgedale City book has historical accounts, traces the origins of Bridgedale, a vital city nestled in a mountain valley and built around a great bridge. The bridge was very and it goes into detail about the bridge, that it was always very crucial to the town. They built themselves around it. It's in the name. Because they built themselves around this bridge, which is a very crucial trade route from the northeast to the rest of the continent. And so basically any land trade that wants to come from there has to go through this bridge. And so it's a huge place of commerce. And it started this way, and then it built into a mining town as they realized that these mountains were rich with ore. And so they started digging into the mountains and finding large amounts of money. And so the town started growing. It never got to anything super big or famous. But that's kind of the gist of what you get from the book, is like the economy and like the symbolism of the town, and that they really pride themselves on the bridge. And there was once a very old stone bridge that was like monumental. And then over the years, as technology evolved, they got basically the bridge is still there, but they built a new bridge next to it that they call the light bridge. And it's for basically like any capacity of weight. It's like both ends are like a receiver and a sender, and it sends a beam of light across that things can travel across, because the river is a couple miles across.
So
It is a wide
if we
river.
want to go across on ATT,
And there's this huge sense of pride for this bridge, like it was a monument that they built for Bridgedale, and that's what this book kind of details.
That kind of science doesn't even begin to fathom in my brain how that would work.
Yep, me neither, but I'm very interested to learn.
Me too.
You read your Chains of Magic, and this takes a couple hours for both of you guys to thumb through, but you're kind of just sitting around doing not much. This is a tome that examines the dark history of the slave societies where magic were key to power. It basically goes in detail about how the whole world was within this slave society structure where those who knew magic were on top and those who did not were slaves. And they maintained this by keeping the magic within certain bloodlines and certain families, and they maintained this hierarchy. And it goes into detail about how cruel this system was and how terrible the system was. And then the City of Unity was founded, and it changed everything. And it doesn't go much into the detail about the founding of Unity.
Of course it doesn't.
But it just goes into the detail of the old societies and how they would abuse their power.
I kind of like that society, being a magic user myself.
Of course you would.
No.
But that is it. You could definitely tell there is a bias in this book
Oh, yeah.
that they do not like the old society.
Not a magic user, for sure. This book was written by a non-magic user.
But yeah, that's what you find.
That's cool.
Could I just try to like scavenge for some stuff so that I can
Sure, make a survival
maybe
check.
make one of these recipes?
Which one are you kind of looking for?
I kind of assume I'm not gonna find any mountain goats right now.
Probably not right now.
So either the herbs for the salad, or the crystal berry is elusive, but I'll keep my eye out for it.
All right, make a survival check.
Does it describe what these things look like?
It
or
does
no?
describe.
Okay.
It has whole illustrations of what they look
Oh.
like. So in fact, it'll give you advantage on looking for these particular plants.
Nice.
Good thing Oren likes pictures.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, you find a whole bushel of the crystal berries, and you could fill up a whole basket full. You could say like, I don't know, a couple pounds worth of these berries.
Okay.
6 million pounds. That sounds like a couple.
Yeah, it's a bushel.
Right? 6 million pounds.
6 million pounds is certainly a bushel of berries.
Okay.
A large bushel, but you know.
Crystal berries. Any of the herbs or anything?
You do know that the herbs seem to grow kind of near water, it says, and there's not a source of water. Which also, as you guys came to your camp, you did notice, because you were officially out of the valley, and you are now kind of entering this new valley that kind of cuts through the center of the continent. You do realize this large 8-lane paved road that just cuts straight through the valley with these large pylons that go following the road. But the road is just covered in these old rusted vehicles, piles of them.
Well, it's a good thing we have these big machines to walk over these weird boxes.
True. But you do find that stash. And you kind of get close to the road as you're picking some of the stuff, and you're like,
Guys, I think we're gonna be eating good.
My goodness.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I pick up one of the berries. Does it look like a little ice sculpture or something?
yeah, it looks kind of icy. It's got like almost like a whitish powder on top that gives it like a
It's
frosted
frosted.
a frosted look. Yeah.
Are they edible while not cooked?
We'll
It's
find
tasty.
out.
I
Very
It's
good,
juicy.
very tart.
I eat one.
Oh, hold on, pal.
Just one. Hey, I'm only taking one. Okay.
Would I have the stuff to make the tart right now? It doesn't necessarily specify.
I'd say as long
that.
as you have that key ingredient, yeah,
Okay.
you're probably good to make.
Then
it.
I would love to make some tarts.
You do so. So
what we
make
have
a survival check at advantage with Kingsley's help and the recipe book.
Yippee! That will be a dirty 20.
Yeah, you make a nice, helpful batch of probably 10 tarts.
10 tarts.
Ooh, yum.
Dibs.
And what do the tarts do again?
The tarts, when you eat it, for 8 hours, you get +1 to wisdom saving throws.
Oh wow.
Cool.
These recipes do stuff. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yo, the real cooking hours. Let's go. Let's go.
So I guess I'll give everyone 2 tarts.
Okay,
So
for sure. So everyone
get
is
two
given 2
tarts.
tarts.
You get 2
You
tarts.
get 2 tarts.
Hell yeah.
So they're just
Does
crystal
that-
2
does it
crystal
stack?
berry tarts.
Does that buff stack or
No, just one at a time.
Okay.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Just
it's
scarf
so
down like a whole pile of tarts.
Plus 20 wisdom.
Yeah.
Tarts.
Tarts.
And then
plus
Edme
1
would
wisdom.
have. Well, I guess she can't really eat.
She can. I'll give her the effects if she decides to eat them. But
Okay. Then she has 2 as well.
yeah.
What did I call it?
Crystal berry tarts.
I just wrote them down as plus 1 wisdom save tarts.
Yeah.
So I knew what they did.
Is there anything anyone else would like to do tonight?
Pray.
Pray. Make a religion check.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I almost died today.
Plus.
I could go for a prayer.
Okay, make a
plus-
religion check.
What was
Finally.
What was the
Plus
bonus?
16 wisdom save.
16. You find a nice sturdy tree to pray under. Kind of reminds you of the tree from the temple at home. But you pray. And you sense she's present, she's listening. She was watching over you to some extent during what had occurred, but
18.
she's busy. You see Orin praying next to the tree, and you kind of come up and begin praying next to him too.
Oh, I see.
And you send out your prayers to her. You definitely feel your faith with her growing more and more powerful and strong and closer.
I am a faithful servant, Lord, the lady, my God.
I'm also gonna go sit next to him
Deity.
and also pray, but
And pray.
Tharnak.
Yeah.
But opposite.
Yeah, you,
Because not in front of a tree.
yeah, you look to the mountain. You kind of sit behind them and look to the mountain and pray.
Yeah.
Because you are surrounded. In
I just lean up against.
Go ahead and make your
Orin's
religion
back.
check. What is Dartha doing?
Dartha's
Scared.
gonna be really quiet because no one's around now, and she's gonna focus. Does she hear any fucking noise right now,
Make a perception check.
other than like anything like that's gonna ruin her
Yeah.
concentration?
Natural
Okay,
20.
this is actually cocked.
I found my lucky.
Tardak is like, I can't believe you blew up my
Okay,
fucking mountain,
Perception
bro. I
is
can't
gonna
believe
be a
this.
23.
23.
Is it
He
serene?
thanked me for
Is it
cleansing
serene?
the
It is. You just hear the sounds of nature, birds chirping, bugs.
Is it bedtime yet or no?
It's getting
Not
there.
quite.
Yeah, you guys are definitely setting up camp. It's dark. It's getting dark out.
The bats are coming out.
Yeah, the bats are kind of coming out.
Dartha's gonna breathe. She's gonna like calmly think through everything that happened.
Yeah,
And like, I did write down in my notes, like out of game, but like
for sure.
in game, I think she's gonna like write this shit down.
Ponder it, think it over.
She's gonna ponder and think about it and like instill it into her memory.
Okay.
She's gonna be ready. Her mind is fortified for when she tries to meditate.
Okay. So she is preparing herself for her nightly meditation.
I
You
guess it doesn't-
pray to Tharnak, and you now have this holy book.
Yeah.
And so you kind of pull out this holy book, and we'll say that this prayer is also you attuning to said book.
Cool.
And so you're kind of sitting there in front of the mountain, just kind of the book open, just praying, not really reading the pages too much, but just focusing on this connection between you and Tharnak. And you're kind of listening into the nature, hearing it. You can occasionally hear the stone kind of from the mountain.
Yeah.
Even though you're far away, it echoes through the valley. And you feel as you attune to the book, you feel yourself kind of give into like this darkness, and you kind of push in, and you're not there. Your eyes are closed while you're praying,
Yeah.
but you could feel like that concussive feeling of like being in a cave, or like every small sound is kind of bouncing back to you,
Sure.
and you could feel just the pressure of being inside of a cave, and you feel just like a heartbeat off in the distance, like a drum, like a heavy bass drum, just slowly. And you could feel Tharnak's presence there, but it is weak. It is devastated. He is mourning. And you feel a sense of sorrow with him in this moment as you are grieving with the loss of your colony, and also the fact that your faith is now very much endangered if it wasn't before.
Yeah.
But through this, you can see that he still has faith, and he has faith in you. And you could feel this book kind of growing a little bit more powerful as you wield it, as you attune to it, and its powers unlock to you as he basically is choosing you as his new like champion.
Cool.
Wait, you were your champion?
Yeah.
Ah, 2 chosen one. Ah, I knew it.
Is Tharnak sad because the mountain blew up?
I mean, if you want to make an insight check.
You got a nat 20. You sure that you can do it again?
Nat one.
You're not sure what
so
exactly
bad.
he's sad about, but he is
The
sad.
tism struck home. I don't know what emotions are, actually.
Well, you should work on that.
But you come out of your trance and you're looking at the book, feeling attuned to it.
Cool.
You now have access to those spells.
Nice.
I really want to tune to one.
Yippee!
For our watchers at home, those
You can just
spells
cast a new curse on it
include
immediately.
Earthen Ward, Stone Bind, and Cataclysmic Quake. I don't know if those are homebrew or
They
not.
are homebrew.
They're homebrew. So you'll have to
What?
watch the next episode if you want to know what they do. Because I don't
Yes,
feel like
yes,
reading
yes.
the whole thing right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. You guys sent off your prayer. What?
Huh?
Is there anything else you guys would like to do
Maybe.
before the long rest? What is that
No.
thing, Sigvard?
I'm really thinking about attuning to the scepter.
Oh my goodness.
Don't.
We can cast remove curse. We can just cast remove curse in the morning.
We would
No.
need advanced remove
No
curse.
way! No way!
We would need an
If you pull that out,
So Sigvard
Darth
has
is
an
gonna have an
urge.
opinion.
I'm just
To-
thinking about it. Yeah.
Darth
I'm
is
not,
gonna
because
have
I'm
an
not gonna-
opinion
Can
about
Sigvard
that.
make a wisdom saving throw for him?
Okay. I should have eaten that tart for dinner today. Oh, it's okay. We're shooting.
Yeah, you're
14 on the die. A 13.
13?
-1 for wisdom saves.
Oh, well, it could have
You
been
have this-
-0.
You have this bag that holds everything that's kind of dear to your party, and you're looking at it, and there is this urge within you, knowing that there's so much knowledge that could be gained. And the temptation is very tempting. But I won't make this decision for you.
Okay.
Where?
Is it like character altering if I do this?
You don't know.
Where are you?
It was pretty.
Sigvard?
I will
We're
say
all- we're all
it was
sitting
pretty
outside.
character altering for Nora.
Right. That's yeah.
But I don't know. It could be different with you.
I
But
mean,
the
I don't
book's
know
been
how
in
they-
like
I'm not thinking about the book. I'm just thinking about the scepter.
yeah.
I just want to attune to the scepter only.
Yeah.
If I were, I wouldn't touch the book.
Maybe it's a package deal.
Well, I don't think. Maybe I don't know though. Because it's like it could be so cool, but like the downside.
But you could
would be so
also
terrible.
become crazy.
Well, I know.
You know, do you
Sigvard been there,
remember,
done that.
like when
Yeah.
you
I died once.
touched something that you weren't supposed to,
I
and then
died.
you just instantly died?
Yeah, but I came back.
That'd probably happen again.
No, I'm gonna die from this.
Yeah, how are we gonna bring you back right now?
Whoa. Yeah. He is revivified now. Right now.
Not right now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a diamond, but
Do you pull out the
Yeah.
scepter?
No, I'm not playing. I'm just thinking about it while I'm sitting at the table.
Okay. Okay.
What does Orin think about this?
I think this is a real life thinker.
Orin?
Real life think on it.
Is scared.
Well, does Orin think of, or like, does he hear his thoughts about?
The scepter. I mean, if you're like looking at me, you know.
Probably focusing on his tarts. while
Yeah,
you're
I'm
thinking about
focusing
the
on these
scepter.
tarts.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you think of these berries, Kingsley?
I think they look delicious. I really wish I could try.
I wish you could too. Is there a way to make you real?
No.
Oh.
I mean, maybe with a wish spell, but who knows?
Alright.
Sigurd, can you do that?
Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Maybe in like 5 years time.
Alright, can you give us 5 years?
Sure.
I mean,
I've been here for
don't-
far longer.
As
I
long
guess
as we
that's
don't get, as long as you don't trash and destroy the tent, he'll still be here forever and ever and ever.
Don't rub it in.
I mean, it's pretty chill. I think it's cool. It means like we get to
I sense
chill.
a deep misunderstood sadness in Kingsley.
Does he even have feelings? He's not even real.
I think so.
I think if he was a real person, he would like kill people.
Just
at night.
standing there doing the dishes.
Kingsley, do you ever yearn for something greater?
What a great
Not really. I've accepted my situation a long time ago.
I told you so.
Well, all right then.
But I appreciate the concern.
Is there anything you like to do in the tent that you could create? Like
That's a great question.
I am okay,
darts or
Master. Don't you
something.
worry. I'm
Oh,
quite fine.
you want to play darts?
No, thank
Okay.
you.
Alright. Could we make a bowling alley in here?
Yeah. Yeah.
A what?
In Oakheart, we set up these sticks at the end of a lane that we
Oh.
drew out in the dirt, and we'd throw balls at them.
Well, no, not throw. You roll them.
Oh, well, I
Roll
threw
them.
the balls.
Maybe I could make something like that
You're
sometime.
supposed to roll them.
But is there anything anyone would like to do before we take our long rest and finish the night?
I keep my bag of holding
Nope.
on the table and I go crash out in bed.
All right.
You crash
I'm
out.
going to do my
Your
Both-
meditation.
meditation.
Both the book and the sword.
All right. You go to sleep.
Oh.
You go to sleep.
Sleep.
All the dwarves go to sleep. That is where we will end the first episode tonight.
Yay.
Good job, everyone. I had one more thing up my sleeve, but I was like,
We got time.
Next
no.
We got time. We got
No,
time.
we don't got time.
It'll be a
Next time,
fun
next
This is a
episode.
good note. Good note to leave it
Alright.
on. Good job. Good job.
It'll
See
be our
you guys
clickbait
next
tonight.
time.
See you
Thank
next
you
time.
for
Thank
watching.
you for watching. Definitely check out the next episode.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.